All right, so maybe here I should abide by the rule I was trying to do. Like every session, I should make a new deck with somebody. So we made like the ice alteration deck a little bit with Green Shadow. It doesn't mean I necessarily have to use it, and I don't think I got anything new that was too notable here. But the thing is that, okay, we did Green Shadow, so let's do, like, who do I think is a weak competitor? Like the Yeti or something? I don't know. I don't really even want to, though. I'll see if I feel like it, but let's just see how far we can get. We got from 31 to 33 yesterday, so we would want to get from, like, 33 to 35 today. And as usual, I forget who I just played as. This happens every time, because I'm not used to doing this, like, having to do this. So, hang on. I'll go into here and I will, so yeah, we had to do a lot yesterday, and it doesn't mean it always has to take a long time. It could be quick. I could just win 5 in a row right now, and that'd be great, but it doesn't always happen like that. So combustible, I had gotten to, I think, you know, these aggro decks have really been the top performers. So I lost as combustible, which means obviously Wall Knight would be next. I lost as Super Brain, so we're in kind of the meat of it, I guess. So we'll go Infinity, and then we'll go Wall Knight. Kind of keep rotating these. But no, like, some of these aggro decks have done really well, so it's almost like if I make a different one, that'll just waste more time, but... A rank 27 Rose. I always like to see Rose squirm, but sometimes it doesn't go my way, but I don't like her. I mean, that is a good curve. 1, 2, 3, 4. This card has actually been surprisingly good. The chicken thing. What's it called? The Chickening. Still a better movie than The Happening by M. Night Clown Shyamalan. I wonder how that Trap movie was good. The real trap is the fact of watching an M. Night Shyamalan movie and expecting it to be good in the year 2024. Like, he's fucking washed up. But no, the reason why is because if I don't know how to explain it. Whatever I'm using is sort of hodgepodge, but it might still be the very best that we have available, so I'm not going to overreact, right, and be like, oh, because we've struggled a bit, like, maybe this is what it's meant to be. Even if I was using a really good deck, you know, people are even saying that, like, oh, it took like 2 or 3 days to get from something to something, and they're using even better decks, presumably, than I am. So it doesn't mean that that's a bad thing, right? It's meant to take time, so it's just stupid. And now we can buff it a little bit. That's going to be a very impactful, amazing card. Empty the lock meter. That is one of my favorite cards in the game that, of course, I don't have. So, can they actually survive off the back of all this kind of healing and shit that they're going to have? You know, this guy's already a high enough priority target, but since it is Bullseye, I will actually do it. You're going to get the maximum amount of damage in because you realize that's the only thing I can do in the game. Or if I don't get it in, and if I don't finish them off quickly, you got to play this game on Marvel Snap time stamp. Like, in a weird way, I almost don't even want to do that because it's not going to be effective. Like, you're going to immediately just... Okay, is that really the best you have, though? Because that wasn't that good of a turn. You still can't deal with anything I have out there. That's what really fucks me over is removal. But that turn was just a pure... Alright, into a goat. That's to be expected. You still have the bullseye here, which is very strong. Which maybe is an overcommit in a way that I don't like, but... That could be a strong play if you just... They expect to fill up the board. They don't seem really too removal heavy here. Just don't do a heal. Ah, fuck. Do 1 damage. And then I could do this, but it's not even going to really matter. But I'll just do it anyway. Because I have really nothing else to go for, so... They're pretty low on cards as well. This will trade in. This won't even trade in. And the healing there is going to be, you know, they can still do like some sort of heal infinite loop. As much as I would like to do that, there's nothing to even really do it for, because of the simple fact, I wish the cowboy would just kill them in one shot here, but it's not going to happen. If anything, the block meter, oh my god, the block meter would save them. There's too much healing. Like, what is with this person, dude? So this would be good as a finisher play if you had other things going. This will at least hit you twice, which is still pretty good value, but I always wish he would survive and just go all the way. Right, so now give me something decent. I have some decent size. Ah, fuck. I have some decent sized minions actually in here. And stuff like this is just way too crazy. Right, like what am I supposed to do with that? I could have done that, but in fact, that would in a way kind of help them too. I don't really get like what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm not really playing for anything here because I'm already at rank 33 with 0 stars. So even if I lose, it's not costing me anything aside from time. But yeah, this has been excruciatingly slow of an experience. This is actually bad to do because, you know, they could play that again, but let's just play it out. That can be a great finisher card, but this isn't like a finisher type of moment because there's nothing you can do. Like, your max health is going to be, you know, they can have like 40 health now or some shit. It's kind of cool to even see that health value. What is this, Hearthstone? This game starts with the same health value as Magic the Gathering. Because, you know, 20 seems like way too low, but somehow it's not that big of a deal in that context. Get rid of that. We're somehow still playing the game out, though. Like, what could possibly happen if they totally burn out of stuff? But when you heal this much and last this long, this would beat either of my kind of decks. Like, it would beat my other shit, too. The mid-range stuff, even more so, because you're going to play into the fact that you drag it out. Alright, this could trade into there. I almost hope it does. Or I almost hope it doesn't, because we can still rush you down. Imagine if I actually still did it, but they still have too much healing. So there's nothing you can do about that. Like, I don't have a counter for healing because there is no counter for healing. It's like just, you know, you just gotta out damage it, but that's just not gonna happen. Like, if you have that, I'm never gonna win. So they lost all their block meters, which that itself is good, but it's just not really going to matter. It does seem like they're kind of running dry on stuff, though. Now is when they would play something big like that, but that's kind of my fault for bringing it back, or they'll bounce it themselves again. Look at that, dude. Look at that. At least we get to see a cool interaction here a little bit. And now they might have 50 max health, and part of that was even aided by me. But this is the kind of epic matchup we gotta actually win. Now, this is a deck you can call a control deck. Like, as I always say, there's not really much control kind of stuff in this game, but it is not really entirely guaranteed that you can do it like this. You could even do that guy there too, the Astrovera shit. It'd be so spectacular if I actually did win this somehow, but I'm getting too low, and I'm getting too, you know, the fact that they have no block meter is cute. The fact that they're healing so much is a problem. The fact that their max health might not even matter that much, although they will play the Astrovera thing even yet again. They'll play it there, and there won't be anything I can do about it. Or they'll play it here even. I mean, look at the amount of healing that they have. Heal mid rows, but this isn't heal mid, this is heal high rows, dude. Good amount of damage that we're getting in here, though, actually. 12, so they're getting down to their starting total at least. But if I get all the kind of big stuff I have, like the Frankenstein or even that, we may have a chance. I got exactly what I asked for. Of course, why did it have to be that right now of all things? Because the one thing they're sort of struggling to do is damage, at least. You could get saved by the block meter, but I forget exactly how that's going to work here. Zombie hides in gravestone. Well, you're going to die from that effect a million times over anyway. Or there almost seems to be some interaction where it's like not meant to kill you with that because of how busted that effect can be. But I feel like sometimes even without the block meter, it wouldn't finish me off. So they literally would have had like 50 or 60 max health, and they almost have 40. So I don't know what to make of that. We'll go ahead, go to Walnut. It's always the one in the bottom that typically is the last one or the next one that I'm gonna play. Well, that one was very unfortunate. I don't know what to tell you because at least it was epic. Like a lot of these games are suitably epic because of how long they go on and stuff. Like that's why I don't like to concede, even to save time. I'll still play it out because it's so much more interesting. Right, we're getting the full experience of what it would take to do this, which mainly what it would take is time because I just don't have enough time, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I even gave up every other category in my schedule to like only do this for the month, which really makes me want to do that with other things too after this, but where I can like sort of do a full commitment to something that here I always get the precedent to sort of tank and taunt what they're doing because they will summon something first, so that's always good. You could do this behind here, and you could also, I don't really even want to do that, but I guess it's sort of suitable. But then you would also be able to I could heal. Okay, they are using a lot of cards to do this here, but that was a very efficient play. I mean, how am I supposed to know it's even strike through, first of all? But we are playing most of this stuff just to taunt everything, tank everything, basically. And the way that you can do that is, you know, this could be healed, this could be buffed up, but this doesn't have team up. This has to be played with team up. That could trade in, or it won't even really trade in adequately. Again, you're just trying to play as defensively as possible, which obviously makes sense given who you're playing as, but doesn't make nearly as much little sense as the fact that you can't use the magic mushroom guy, even though he's holding a walnut as a shield. Somehow Walnut can't use it. So you could play these and give each other attack, or really a suboptimal play. Right, like Spine Apple, Spine Apple. Or it's not even that you're doing it to each other, you're just doing it to itself. So we don't have the adequate team up triggers that we really need here. So they are playing like very aggro that would almost be playing into my hands that we've certainly lasted it out. It's just like, by lasting it out, can I actually do something here? And the problem with this deck is I don't really have enough like high cost cards or win condition type cards or anything of the sort. And so by doing this, I don't have anything I can play. We're gonna do Exodia Spine Apple over here. Or even this would be kind of cute. I pretty much guarantee that it would survive. Right, I don't think he's gonna have a 5 attack minion there. It's a gamble. Oh, or no, I guess he won't have a 5 attack minion because he has to move it. I don't know, I just wasn't expecting him to summon something big. I guess that still did work out, so we'll get the Astrocado. But that makes it kind of a waste, too, because you just did that buff for what? Like, you're going to lose it anyway. He's down to 8, so the aggro deck becomes the aggroed. This will be good, but none of these things are actually nuts. The Astrocado, we could do this in the 4/4. Okay, I'm surprised you would even concede because I'm not in that great of a spot. There's no guarantee I'll even get lethal there. Just the Astrocado is going to do a decent amount. What you have here is the ability to try to get to, obviously, 35 at least today. And the way that you can do that is you can, you know, again, the aggro decks tend to be better, but I won't say no to a win like that. But these kind of matchups are probably not going to favor me because you're able to, you know, if it's a long game type of thing, they're going to have a better late game overall. You know, what they're doing will get rewarded a lot better. But no, there's no easy way to do this. There's no quick way to do it. You just have to kind of power through and just do this every day. Yeah, the next kind of finale series I want to do is for Magic the Gathering. And beyond that, I don't know what else I want to do. Like, I don't know. I want to finish up some of the series that I've been doing. Like Smite and stuff. I don't want to just leave those hanging, but I guess I could. The way that I'm so lackadaisical like that, I could just say fuck it. But, or I could do it in a more committed way where I do like every day then until it finishes, but that also feels like maybe forcing it. But this is good because you at least buff both, and obviously that one's probably gonna die pretty easily, but so the Spine Apple is of course you have to always remember it's not a plant. I mean, it's not a nut. This would go there, but it almost wouldn't be worth it. The problem is this card is not bad. This card is not bad, but I'm not getting the sort of team ups that I need for it. So it's been sort of an eyesore the last couple of games, but it is actually decent value. We do get a Conjuration that's decent, and so I think that we could do these two together. You might question, like, why not replace that one, but I'm not really feeling too threatened even by it. Zombies love a good eclipse. They also usually celebrate by eating plants and brains. Okay, maybe I should have been a little more... Well, it wouldn't have mattered if I replaced the other one. They would still have this anyway. Alright, so we have the Astrocado. They're obviously going to trade into it or use removal on it. Again, the pace is not going to favor me because what do? We're going to last as long as I want, but then we're eventually going to lose on the board. Right, we're not going to get rushed down necessarily with this. Unless I can keep doing this and protecting it, but I really can't. Imagine if this had like untrickable or something. You got to put like a higher priority target out there first. Right now you're going to be so focused on trying to get rid of that. Can you get rid of that too at the same time? And they probably pretty fucking easily can, but you won't, so... Okay. And that's a card that I get kind of karma on. Because I always say that's not even good, but it's usually not very good. But people still swear by it a little bit. This is unfortunate because I don't want to play too many things when they're all situational effects that I'm not getting. Right, like you don't want to waste that. It could be far more useful later. They have way too many cards in their hand. Wall Knight would be so good if I just had another big card, man. Anything like really big minion, big dinosaur, that cornucopia thing, everything. Okay, dude. But see how bad it is? It doesn't even finish that shit off, so... What are you doing to me here just with the debuff capability? If only something had team up, man. I guess I'll just do it. I mean... See, yeah, like for example, I could kill that with the Prana once this dies, but it wouldn't really matter. I'm not getting very much damage in, but they don't have very many cards left either, so they might not have the greatest thing in the world. Or I do have very sort of just reactive plays here. But we'll get rid of this fucker here. And we'll just sort of try to fill the board up as much as possible, but look at the very inane amounts of damage that I'm doing, and I kind of respect the theme that they have going with all the debuffing capability. Yeah, I'm not really a believer in the Space Cadet. I find it kind of a little bit overrated. Like, I get the functionality of it, but like, oh, you're able to play it in the trick phase, so otherwise you could die. You could save yourself from something, but okay, so 3-3, 3-5. That was actually pretty good value. Smackademia. But that doesn't even match what he does. He's not. That would imply that it's a very aggressive card. Aggressive, not that's like doing a ton of damage, like a 7-1 or something for 5. But the fact that it's buffing other stuff doesn't mean it's smacking anything. It means it's still defensive minded. That's the best position to have your nuts in, is to be defensive nuts rather than aggressive nuts. Real life lesson advice to follow. You could do this one here, and then you could also so I'm gonna lose to the single-handedly I will actually do that. Well, no, actually I won't do it because I have 2 forms of removal that could be for 2 of their big things that they summon here. So go ahead and do it, and I don't care. And that thing's almost gonna die. It's not really worth it to do it on there. Right, so what you'll realize is, oh, look at how my deck is so good at lasting the game out, which it is pretty good at doing that. But then what do I get out of it? And the answer is nothing. There's nothing that I have. It's not just that, oh, I'm getting unlucky or something. I don't have anything. I have nothing. I have a lot of removal, so we can drag it out. And if I had a little more damage that we're getting in, it'd be kind of worth it. So if you play something on there, that's fine, but I won't even give you a chance. So I have a very adequate amount of removal, but I'm still not confident that I could win because I don't have a good play. Like, what is my biggest minion? I don't even know. Loco Coco is okay, but this is what happens. Like, I'm not even complaining like, oh, I'm getting unlucky. No, this is actually normal. This is how the deck should work. Like, this is just the deck in normal action. So this is where you just have some sort of anemic, pathetic offensive play, or right, you don't have a win condition. So what are you supposed to do? You just sit here and just watch, which maybe they're getting unlucky too, but I don't understand because that bro is just chilling because he's got nothing to worry about with respect to, you know, just the stupid ass fact that he's already ranked 50. So okay, dude, what are you, me with all this removal you're just sitting on? Are you gonna summon like a minion ever in your life? I actually love what this guy's doing though. It's so, all these debuffs and everything. Hey, how's it going? All right, this is good. I mean, you rarely see it get up to this point too. Now this, you can do a good, cute little buff if you just go, this might actually be the offense that I so desperately need. Right, where they're not letting me get anything in here. I don't really care about these stupid space cadets. And again, anything they summon I could deal with, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm just not getting anything in here. Okay, so does that mean you can't deal with it? We're gonna get saved by something that can't be destroyed by its attack value. Look at the Space Cadet love too. Fucking Exodia Space Cadet. Okay, that was at least a lot of commitment that they did there. Somebody's gonna get milled out in this game, the way it seems like neither of us are doing anything really. At least that one will die. Yeah, sure, we can play one. Maybe I should like play as a different hero though if I'm on a win streak, so that he doesn't end my streak the way that I'm doing. But I don't know. This is an insane game. Like, how often does it last till turn 17 in any sort of matchup? This is nuts. I don't really want to use removal on anything actually, but amphibian seems like such a waste, but I'm getting close to dying too. I'll wait a turn or two. I love this guy's deck though, even though it seems kind of anemic itself. Just the fact that it's like so debuff heavy and like very committed. I mean, look at this. He's covered the whole board. This dude is like a super villain. He's covering the whole board in fog, but it's just more thematic and gimmicky than actually good. Oh, that effect does work in a very interesting way like that. I mean, he is going to get a lot of damage in, so I don't know what to do. It's going to be a waste, but he wouldn't expect me to have another one. So now are you going to finally summon something big? But they haven't summoned anything like the whole game. You could do whatever you want, man. You could do 2 big minions, 3 big minions. Okay, now that's cute, but you can't actually do it because... See, like, that's a meta play. Oh, he's waiting for me to use my removal, so then he does that, but... I totally have an answer still. It just doesn't matter because... I'm still gonna lose. That's the problem. I have an answer, but I don't have... I could do both. It still doesn't bother me. Or I would have even rather been able to do that, but... You would never expect me to have that on top of this. This is how Wall Knight is supposed to play, though. I mean... Theoretically, but you gotta have something more that you're waiting for. So if I had Cornucopia in here, then I'd be like, oh, that's what I'm waiting for. So I can't complain. Wall Knight lasts till turn 20. You should win 100 out of 100 games to do that, but... Win them with what is the big question. Oh, shit. That is incredible. Like, what more do you want Wall Knight to do? Like, this is nothing... I could use this if I was able to somehow survive here. And certainly sun and brains are not an issue. I do sort of make fun of that ever since I started playing this game. Why does it need to keep going after like 10? Like what do you need 17 brains for in a game that barely even has any high cost cards? It feels totally unnecessary. Okay, so we'll survive here anyway. But... yeah, there's not really much we could do. Let me look actually at what the higher cost cards could potentially be. But look how iconic these games actually are, though. Every one of these games is at least very interesting. The fact that, you know, these are not just ordinary games. So who would be next here? We could do the Yeti. Yeah, let's see what the high cost collection stuff is, like for Guardian. I think Cornucopia is just the main thing. Let's see. Let's do the Yeti. And they would just have a lot of those big dinosaurs, maybe the Astro Vera and stuff. Right? Just things that kind of put the game out of reach once you last out that long, right? Because that's the whole principle behind it. Like, okay, you're going to play defensively, and if you can last till turn 10, you know, that's how it is in like Hearthstone or something. Or any card game. Like if you last that long, then of course you're gonna win, because now you'll get to play all your high cost stuff and it'll be over. That's how Green Shadow is. That's how, you know, Captain Cucumber. Green Shadow. I'm trying to wait for Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, and if I get it, then it'll be good. Or if I get Bad Moon Rising. So it's that kind of thing. If you had a card like that, which I'll keep saying at Cornucopia, because I'm not saying it would be like the best deck ever if I did that, but it would at least be very, very... What I would say is I'd be very likely to get that effect, because I get to that point almost every game. Right where I last till turn 10, so it wouldn't be that hard to accomplish. We get the little strawberry dude trying to play defensively, or wait. Oh, no, I'm still playing it the right way, but again, you would think he would just outvalue me later on, but I don't know exactly what he's playing as. See, most of these decks, you'd say, oh, this is a recognizable deck that he's doing. I wouldn't know what a lot of these decks are, even if I've seen them, because, you know, I'm not familiar with the meta at all, really, either. Even though I played this far into it, it's just, let's try to put a little aggro pressure, but it's not really the right way to play it here. Right, that's going to at least scare him a little bit, and he might not have an answer. That card just wrecks the shit out of me. But thankfully, he doesn't take advantage of it right away. Wait. Wait, what? I'm confused. Is that like a bug? He played that with or did he have two separate ones of those? I'm so confused. It made it seem like the effect of this worked on that, but I think he just played two separate ones in a different lane. So we definitely want to get rid of that before he does anything, so fuck it. I don't even care about that though, it's just a bunch of 1-1s. It seems like a waste of a turn, but let's see what he does. Okay, a bunch of 1-1s. I'm really scared of this, but in some weird way, I almost am. Deal 1 for each plant. That goes very well with Astrocado. Okay, dude. Okay. What the fuck? That's at least a cool interaction. Good game. I don't think I've quite seen that card used that well before. And that is certainly not two of them back to back. Okay, let's look at what I was saying here before. The Wall Knight, just to remind ourselves, is Solar and Guardian. So what cards are we looking at theoretically? Not that I can craft them, but okay, this guy would be really good as a late game play. This guy would be okay, although I'm not a big fan. That's just still too defensive. This one would be really good. This one is obviously very, very good. This I would like because I don't have a lot of high attack things anyway, and it sort of synergizes with these, right? Because it wouldn't count, even though it counts as attack, it doesn't, right? Like it doesn't actually make them susceptible to be removed by it because they're attacking with their health, so their attack is still low, so they subvert effects like that. Yeah, you would have at least two good things here, and then for Solar would be what exactly? The Cornucopia, I mean, this is the one, dude. Make a random plant into each other lane. And of course, it's not as good as Badman Rising for a variety of reasons. It costs more. It comes with a 660 you don't even really want. It comes with the fact that they're random plants, so they could be really good, but they could be ordinary. And the vast majority of plants in the pool are going to be low cost. It's still good, but it's not as good as Badman Rising, obviously. This thing would be good. This thing would be good. So if you had any or all of these kind of cards in there, you would be in a good shape. Where's the other kind of corn thing that's like the kernel corn? Is that for like another type? The star fruit is fucking busted too. Yeah, what is the kernel corn? Wouldn't that have been, why is that in a different category? That should be in the same category as the other one. That's in Kabloom. So now we have history pack. I don't even have enough gems. Okay, we lost his that, so we lost the Walnut, we lost his Yeti. Let's do Green Shadow. So this is the ice one that we've been using, so I should totally re-roll somebody. If somebody loses like the first game of a set, and I won't count even that one, but against a viewer, but okay, this is a good start, definitely. I don't know how many leafy things we have in there really, but this can get really out of hand really quickly with the double freezes and the removal there. Right, it's a very innocuous thing, but it can get out of control. Kind of ironic that we would have fire in there too. Are they really gonna deal with it or not do anything for a while? Because I could, if you let this fester, you're gonna really regret it. Because it's just so efficient. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to do it, but look at this, dude. Okay, go ahead. You're rank 38. Show me what you got, dude. Play zombie when it's time for tricks. Who really cares though? Like, I don't even get it. Like, why not just play the zombie then at all? Like, you know, that card is always kind of dumb. You play a zombie when it's time for tricks, but why not just play it when it's time for zombies then? It would just cost you less and it would be more efficient. Okay, he does get rid of that, unfortunately. This would be good, but I feel like he's gonna get rid of it somehow very efficiently here. Okay, dude. Actually, that wasn't efficient though, because that wasn't efficient at all because it didn't affect anything else. Now this should still do 2 damage to you as a final thing. It made it seem like I'm an aggro deck here, but I'm really not. It does actually do that. Right, his final death rattle is to throw that shit at you still. Or no, he's still alive too. I'm not even worried about this guy. I'm just worried about, can I actually get some damage in here? That is a little bit unfortunate, though. Cost-wise, that didn't exactly work. I should have just tried to go face more. But, like, I'm not really worried about the damage there. You can have that all you want. It's just like you're down to 6. The more tricks you play, you're still going to get hit by this effect. You're going to get down to 1. You're actually down to 1 HP, dude. 1 HP. And now he's still going to win. Like that one game against whatever I was playing. I was playing against Wall Knight or something. I'm not going to worry about the ice effect for now with the frenzy, although actually I should have probably worried about it because I might actually die from it, which is hard to believe, but no, but the frenzy should be cut off by the fact that well, I have to get the block meter from that. I guess I should have just stayed back and used the ice. Maybe, like, he had 1 HP. Like, I don't understand some of these games, but okay. Let's go to the Yeti. Like, I don't even care at this point. I have to get on a good streak first for it to even really matter, but some of these games are, like, fucking stupid because, like, what is the likelihood of that happening, really? I feel like I'm getting trolled at a certain point, but I'm just sort of underestimating. Everybody's going to have a god tier meta deck, and then I'll lose to a rank 15 who's a clown too, but alright, just go with that shit. I don't give a shit. This is how I get myself back into hardcore gaming, or hardcore card gaming at least. Like, you know, just this. I get so tilted when stuff like this happens. When I take something seriously, like even chess, I try to, you know, I get so angry when I'm doing that. It's never that, oh, I think I'm so good. It's more so, yeah, go ahead. It's more so that I think they're bad, which is actually true, but it's not always the... It doesn't always matter because, you know, their means argument. Do I have to explain the means argument while playing this game like every other card game? Because, you know, the resources they have available might be better, and that's not really an excuse. It's just like, that's going to be the reality of what you have to work with here. So you could play it perfectly and still, you know, you could play better than your opponent on average, but it doesn't matter, or equal, but it doesn't matter. You go here and then you try to figure a way to get some of this stuff out efficiently. Obviously it can go down to 0. A lot of games will say an effect like that, like, oh, it makes them cost 1 less, but not less than 1, because then it makes it feel abusive. But that's certainly not a very efficient use of that card at all, and so I'm happy about that. That ends up being a very valuable polymorph for later. You move a plan, you'll probably play it there to try to trade in. So rank 34, those are the kind of free wins we need, though. We scare lower rank players just by being a higher rank, but it doesn't really mean much at all. We can move that thing around first of all, or something that'll get buffed up. It's actually hard to decide. I don't know exactly what to do with that. You might have said, oh, do the 3-2, but it doesn't really matter too much to me. I can try to put it onto here, and I can even buff it, or I can even do more. A very efficient board here, but it doesn't really matter because it's all useless in the long term. Yeah, sure, we can do another one. Laser cattail. It's amazing how much they do a disservice to how epic the cattail actually is in the original game. That, you know, it's just not good enough. 3 mana 3/2 is garbage. This is zombie can't be hurt. Be frenzy. If only I could do those two together, like... Or no, actually it would... I don't care about the flag guy. It would be worth it because then next turn I can kill that too. Unless they buff it again with that. They might have a little ice shenanigans synergy going on, but... Okay. Just because it can't be destroyed doesn't mean you can't do that to it. So this isn't the greatest spot to be in actually, but I'm generally happy with the board position. Let's see. It's +2. Well, I shouldn't waste my time with that right now. There's always a temptation to go aggro at some point in the game, but then you realize it's not really worth it either. Okay, dude. Like, it's hard to make that decision when they have this many answers. Like, I should have just gone there and just done this and whatever, but... The flag guy still sticks around, but... It doesn't actually do me that much good in a deck like this, right? It's more of an aggro thing. I could do exactly what I was just saying too, but what I maybe would rather do is just do this and then do this, or let's see what else he summons. They're just gonna have, like, what keeps triggering me, an infinite amount of removal. Like, just... Okay, that's fine too. Not like that effect was really that necessary. Right, they're not really even buffing that at all. Yeah, -2, that doesn't really matter. So now you got to get some of my big guns out here. But every time I do, they're just gone in an instant. I'm going to lose to the laser cattail single-handedly. Like, this is fucking stupid. Okay, let's do both of these. Gets +2 when it hurts to play a hero conjure card that costs 2 or less. And we're going to conjure from that as well, which I, of course, should have done that first. So I'm going to get carried by a card that didn't even start in my deck. That will at least help me try to deal with the cattail, but they keep on with that stupid team up. That would actually be a much more efficient use of the rolling stone here. They're losing their block meter already, but I do this a lot actually, where I get them either super low or to the ability where I can get rid of all 3 of their block meters, but then they still end up winning somehow. Because it's kind of like just out of reach. I'll do the rolling stone, so I can do this and then something else. So they would be pretty much dead if I just ignore the cattail, but... Right, you would assume they can't really deal with all this. But I still have a defensive mindset even when I'm winning. Or they'll do a freeze effect first, even. Bro thinks he's literally me because... Oh, shit, I can't even do it, though. Bro's literally me with the fucking water-bound dark matter dragon fruit because I even say, wait. But no, like, I would sometimes say, oh, I should put it in the water because it's harder to get rid of in the long term, where, you know, you're doing it more so for the 6 trick cost effect, not for the... Whatever the fuck I'm talking about, the... Just to keep that effect going because it's a lot harder to deal with when it's amphibious on top of that. You all see that disconnect cheat that was going around. Yeah, was it like when you were playing a rank 50? Like either it was a bot or something? Some people were saying it's just a bot. Where like it's just a black screen. And it made me crash out of like 2 games. I don't know if it's really a cheat because then who's benefiting from it? If it's just the bot anyway, it's just like the developer trolling you then. Right, so that's gonna go there anyway, so... It says you conceded. I guess I didn't even get to that point though. I would just wait for a few minutes and get mad, and then I would just close my game out, and then it would count as a loss. Because I would lose one of my stars on the ladder. Okay, this is fine. Oh, people have no lives? So I guess maybe people were doing it. Man, that card is so annoying. Although, in this case, it wasn't really a very efficient use of it. We could do this. They'll both be pretty low value, though. Let's do that first, actually, right? This is literally what it is. Like, just use it non-stop. Maybe he's doing that just because I was complaining about that. Sort of show me this is what a removal deck looks like, but not that, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing it. Like, it's part of the game, but it's just annoying. That's actually the worst thing to play there because maybe I should do it this way. For some reason, I'd rather put this somewhere else, maybe even in the water. Hate that card, Fruitcake. I don't even mind Fruitcake that much because it's still just doing a fixed damage value compared to like just a hard removal that you can just get rid of anything, no matter what health value and stuff it has. I actually prefer those kind of cards that are like that, where you have to kind of like pay extra and do a fixed amount. Although certainly it's not all that expensive. Okay, this is not too bad here so far. I'll just do it again over and over and he'll keep knocking him down. Like, what a fun and interactive game. Like, literally, I can't get anything to stick ever. So why even bother? That's the first time in my whole life. And even that'll get absorbed by the fun and interactive block meter. Jesus Christ, dude. Just keep doing it till they eventually burn out of stuff. I don't care. I'll even just do that. Just finish him off right now. I'm done with this. Look at how much I'm actually going to do here. They're going to be down to 8. Right, at some point they will burn out. That seems like a dumb play, Berry Blast to the face, but it's just a frustration thing. This will be okay. For each zombie, +1/+1. Can he really deal with this? Of course he can, but then again, he's used every mathematical possibility of removal in the history of the game here, so... Block meter sometimes is garbage. Yeah, I especially hate the random aspect of it, where, you know, you never know how many ticks it's going to get on there. How convenient. How convenient there. But we had Death Rattle protection, so how about that? Oh shit, and he doesn't get saved by the block meter there even. Good game, but that was kind of dumb luck. That deck was just designed to trigger me too because... Okay, so we lost to the Yeti. So I guess Solar Flare is fine. Hang on a second here. Why do I feel like I did something wrong? Like in the wrong order. Not like it really matters. I'm just doing that for the fucking... whatever, just for a rotation of it to make it more interesting and give everybody variety, but... whatever, it seems right. That'll be what invalidates the format more than anything. Is just... most people just use the pets for the Yeti. Okay, 4, 4, 3, that's good. 2, 3, 4. Let's go full aggro. This one is done okay. A mere rank 19, but you can see how we're just sort of stuck in place like usual, where it's not that I can't win games, but I can't win games consistently, and so I could just end up doing this forever. I will do this because it's just still better than nothing, right? I can't really afford to wait. It's still not a terrible play if you get the 3 damage in, but you won't. See a person named Brain Gem. I swear I'm not a troll. Okay. I do make troll decks, but that's part of the fun, actually, right? I love making sort of gimmick and theme type decks. This I could just ignore, or I could try to do this. But I don't have like a follow-up play, so there's no point. But no, it's pretty logical that the aggro decks would be better now, because since my collection is not top tier and I don't have the best meta cards all the time, it only makes sense because, you know, aggro decks don't require always all the best cards. They just require a certain style of play and a certain pace to it that I may very well have despite whatever. Whereas if I'm going to play a really slow deck, I'm not going to win because you're going to expect kind of too much from it. And so, you know, the standard would just be a lot higher. Okay, that's good. Yeah, let's try to win 5 in a row and just fuck it. And we got to get to rank 35 today. Otherwise, I concede the challenge right there, because if I can't get at least 2 ranks a day, I'll never be able to do it. The good thing is it might not really get progressively harder because, you know, your matchups are pretty much the same. You'll have a rank 21 game, a rank 40 the next game. That's just how random and stupid it actually can be. Right? There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I would almost prefer if it didn't do that, though, either. And destroy, create a 1-cost dim, makes a mustache. I hope that they add more. EA needs to see the worth in the game. They need to add 2 more decks. I think you're a little bit late on that, though, because the game's been around for 8 years. So if they were going to do it, they would have already done it by now. They seem to have given up on it. It'd be more likely for the game to go offline, probably, at some point soon, unfortunately. I'm glad I played it before, at least, you know, I only started playing it last year before they got to the point where it might be on the delisted games watch list, where, you know, I kind of have a format where I go through games like that just to make sure I play them before they go offline. Which this was actually originally part of that, I think. That's why I originally played it. I could just ignore that and I'm fine with it. Yeah, maybe your best bet with that would just be like mods that I've heard a lot about, but I haven't ever tried one. And I probably never will either, because whatever. There's still so much in this game itself that I haven't seen. I would just, you know, maybe do a different format where I'm allowed to craft or do other things, but so our health values are pretty much okay. You know, arguably you could say I'm ignoring that for way too long, but at least with the strike through, it feels like you're getting some amount of damage in, but... Or wait, you're gonna have deadly anyway. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that then. I had the right idea and then I second guessed myself, like I was gonna do the strike through. You can't afford to make a misplay like that against a rank 43 tryhard taco clown. You got 3 and you got this, but I can't even do it. You know, I'm just being too indecisive where I can't even make up my mind, but this would actually be pretty worth it because, or wait. No, this is fine because that 4 damage could be good, but I won't even really get the 4 damage in, or actually I will get it in because of the strike through. So what you can do now is hit him for 4, hopefully. Pretty worth it. You just finish you off right there, but of course they're gonna... So he would do that because... I'm a little confused, actually. He'll hit me, hit me, hit me. He could potentially just kill me, actually. But I'll kill you there if you don't give it like +1 attack, which I'm sure you will. So he'll hit me for 9. But I'll hit him for 9 right there, and that'll be enough. And you could trigger the block meter too, but if he had just buffed it for like one, or wait. Oh, well, the lovely block meter saves me, but I don't, wait, I don't understand. How come? Okay, I was expecting him to die somehow. I was expecting the cowboy to die. I don't know why. Okay, we could still do this if I... I probably misplayed a lot this game, but maybe they don't have an answer, so maybe I still win. Right, like I don't even really deserve it. Taco rank 43 goes down. I made a couple No, okay. Yeah, I was even saying that. I don't deserve it, and I don't get it either. You can't even get a lucky win, but... Okay, so who comes after Solar Flare is gonna be... Wait, this is so out of order now, though. That's why I'm questioning it. That would be combustible, but these aren't even in a row anymore. Super Brains, like, what happened? Huh, I must have done something out of order. Sucks. They put so much effort into games like Madden, which are dime a dozen games, and games like this are the first-person shooter. Plants vs. Zombies, they let fade into existence. Well, they've had a good run, though, with the IP. I mean... You know, I would have never expected that they would make this many games in the universe in the first place, so I look at it in a positive way. Like, they certainly milked this franchise to the ground, but maybe the one game I want to see them do is like an MMO, like WoW or something style like that in the PvZ universe. That'd be kind of fun, like where you make a character and level up and stuff. It could be fun. Pretty much the only genre that they haven't done so far. Can't do anything with that. Okay. Well, we're not really even trying to play aggro, though, so I don't mind playing that on the board. The only reason why I have stuff like this is because it's amphibious, and I don't have too many amphibious things, so sometimes you feel like you have to do it for that reason alone. Right? Not really, because it's very optimal. Move a zombie does a bonus attack. I could do this and that at the same time. Or, yeah. So you could move it, and then you could move it again, too, like, to kill something. So here we're trying to play for Badman Rising, but I never ever get it, so that's the unfortunate thing. So get rid of the 6-2. We'll hit you in the face for 3, 5. I don't know why I feel like... No, I shouldn't do that, though. But it won't even kill it, though. Let's go full aggro, even though this is not even an aggro deck. So I don't know why I'm doing that. That's exactly the opposite of what I should do. But I wasn't going to kill it anyway, so... They're pretty low. They could be pretty worried for their safety, but that was probably a big mistake. I'm playing almost deliberately clownish now. 8 Moon is a hood, or no, Bad Moon. I don't know why I read that 8. Bad Moon is a good card if you get it. Yeah, I already have it. I mean, I already have 2 of them, but it's just I don't always get a chance to play it. I mean. Most people just... Oh, no. I don't know why it keeps messing up. Okay, this was kind of a wasteful turn. In fact, I'm basically dead. Okay, dude. At least normally I survive long enough to potentially play it. But, okay, that's fucked up. Let's go back to combustible. We don't get, like, our 3 aggro decks in a row anymore, then. Somehow playing on the friend list must mess it up because... You know, you kind of play out of order because you don't necessarily play out of order. Just you might play something that you just played. Like I'll play a plant, and I like to alternate plant and zombies when I lose. So I'll play like 2 plants in a row, even though deadly deck is always fun. Okay, I've started to play a little bit bad in some of these games. I'm sort of being all cute with it. I should just play like I was before. Not that I was even doing that well, but I'm getting like a little bit tilted by the whole thing, so I'll give it double strike, even though he probably will do something about it. So many of these just seem like they're a win, and then something happens. Like, you know, they're at 1 HP, they have no block meter, and I still somehow lose. It's like, what the fuck, man? That's happened a number of times. So this game is very ripe for epic comebacks. Although I've also said that, oh, it's the kind of game where if you're winning on the board, you typically do win. Like, it's not, they're not going to pull a full 180 reversal on you all the time, but maybe that was just like at a lower rank play, even though relatively the ranks don't matter because the matchmaking is so bad. So he's going to have a million forms of removal here every single fucking turn, and he's never going to actually play a minion aside from Space Cadet probably, because that's also a trick, like, you know, trick only deck. So even your minions are tricks. Like, you could do that in Yu-Gi-Oh! You have 0 minions, but you have like a trap card that becomes a minion, or a spell card that makes a minion effectively. I don't care because I don't have another win condition. If you're facing this person, if you have Brainana and Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, you will probably win. I do have Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, but I don't have Brainana. Most people are gonna wait for that 11 trick card. The little bell thing, I guess. That's the only 11 cost card in the game, I think. Gargantua's Bell or something. Which is pretty good, but I still consider Bad Moon Rising actually better. Now, this is going to be completely useless. Or will it count for that somehow? No, it won't. So I already lost because I just don't have a meaningful play here at all. And this is obviously a very aggro deck, so I can't afford to waste a turn like that. But if they don't do anything, as they haven't been doing, I can just do that. It's like a way to kind of fry their brain. Like, they have, oh, I have all this removal, but is it really worth it to use it when they just play a 0 attack minion like a clown? So you're kind of trying to go against convention there. This will be buffed in the environment. Yeah, how about you actually play something for once, bro? And they're going to have too much healing anyway. Okay, this is going about as well as I expected, so we pretty much lose the challenge already. I'm just being all negative too because it's already been like half the season, so I should have started the season expecting to have to play every day or whatever, but I was more so expecting whatever, like that it wouldn't be this big of a deal, but it's more so just way more time consuming. Okay, that's very annoying. We are seeing more of this though the last couple of days than usually. You're about 5 off. 5 off of what? Like oh, from 50. Nice. Okay, we could do this. This guy is pretty good, but he's got too much health for this to matter. But no, I started the season saying like, oh, I'm going to do my normal categories too. But then I said, okay, now I'm going to make extra time for this. And then I eventually just said, okay, I won't do anything else besides this. And it won't be, and it still won't be enough, so. That's actually one of the worst performances by Combustible ever, though, because not that I don't lose games because I burn out sometimes, but normally I always get them super low even when I lose. Like, they'll be at 1 HP. Elves I've been playing since it started, really, wow. Like, since the game came out? Yeah, my collection is actually pretty good considering that I've only played for a year and that It's been free to play, no crafting, and it's been, oh, there it is. He predicted it correctly. Repeat Moss. Holy shit. You know, I've only played for a year, and I only play like once a week for an hour. So in like 50 hours, which seems like a lot, but it's really not. In like only 50 plus hours, I was able to get a very good collection because, you know, double dark matter dragon fruit and all this stuff. And so you're able to look at it like, you know, 50 hours somebody could play in 1 week if they're really hardcore and play a game on a regular basis. Although this is maybe not the kind of game where they would do that. You just gotta wait and wait until you get a lucky streak. But I think I'm actually kind of just not even trying as hard right now, but that's unfortunate. So many of these games seem like wins and then they're just deflating. And that's kind of handy, but that's a card that I already have in here too. I do have a number of event cards that would be sort of surprising, but Bad Moon Rising is definitely the go-to. But this is also an aggro deck where I just have to go all in. And yeah, I do have Repeat Moss, but I haven't really ever built around him too much. Even though I want to use my line, A Disgusting Act by Repeat Moss, which nobody really will get that reference, but if you know, you know. Randy Moss, it just fits so well. Or then I've used that line in other things too, like A Disgusting Act by a Random Raptor. It's just the way the guy says it. It's like such an overreaction by an announcer. That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss, because he like moons the crowd, but he doesn't actually moon them. Repeat Moss rank 4, so hard to pull off. Yeah, like an OTK probably with it. I've seen somebody do something like that to me, but it wasn't really that good, like, or it doesn't seem reliable. Let me actually do this, and I'll save the Conga zombie. I'd say Barrel of Dead Beards. Yeah, that's a really annoying card. And Final Mission are good cards for a deadly deck. This is like one of my most hated cards in the game. That stupid AoE. That is so annoying. Minion deck is hard to beat. I kind of like the idea of doing this right now, and he will pay the price for giving it to me, even though, like I said, I already have it. You're a monster. Okay, I mean, you just kind of almost got punished for that. I'm getting pretty good shit from it. You can clear a whole field and a barrel of dead with a barrel of dead beards. It can sometimes hurt you that way though too, because it'll deal it to your own stuff. But yeah, that is a very good card. So here we have I mean, you would think this would almost do it to him, but I don't understand. Like, we have to get one hit in, make sure we don't trigger the block meter. He'll have an answer for it probably. We're seeing a lot more roses than normal too. Evolution, destroy a zombie. I mean, I just can't catch a break, man. I'm down to 6. Or, I mean, they're down to 6. I could do this, but I don't have a finishing play to actually make. That'll probably kill me before I do anything, but... What if I just say fuck it and just do this to trigger the block meter itself? If that doesn't... Well, technically I still am not dead, because the block meter is definitely going to save me in some capacity. And so I'll just do that for the card draw. Yet another game where we get them super low, but we can't finish them off. Or, you know, you could sort of bait them a little. Well, if I had stuff out here, I could bait them like with this. But it won't be enough because Or you could do like this and then the other thing. You could do this and then do this to pop the block meter, I guess. Or even do the conga zombie itself to pop the block meter. There's gonna be some really weird interaction here, but they are gonna have an answer for it somehow. Or Shark Tonic legendary card with the chickening, which is better. Oh yeah, that is a very epic combo. I haven't seen that play out, even though I do have that shark too. Okay, they have way too much health now, so I just give up. But no, it's like the little chicken thing would be anytime a thing takes damage, it dies, and then anytime, obviously, it's like some equality consecrated type thing. They could clear the whole board pretty much. Okay, we got our own thing here, I guess, but we can kind of ignore that as much as possible, but they might have an answer for it. It seems very unlikely we're going to win this one, but this is the kind of way it goes, where every game is like super close. So Infinity has been pretty good. I mean, all my aggro decks have been mainly the good ones, whether it be Solar Flare, Solar Flare and Combustible, even though Combustible just kind of had a bad performance. I'm still not dead, somehow. But they're just not letting me do anything here. We get the effect of that unless they destroy the gravestone itself. I'll get 2 more damage in. Really nothing I can do. You know, one of these could surprise them and finish them off, but it's just not happening. And that would kill, or no, it wouldn't kill me now. If I had a couple things on the board, and even if they set up to block them, then I could, you know, pull the rug out, but they're not letting me actually establish a board at all. That is a very fun card, how you can summon 3 things for the price of 1. So here we can try to trade in, we can I mean, we can basically just summon everything, but I maybe should have done that a little differently, like put this here, then put that there, just to make sure we get rid of everything, but I'm still not dead though, technically, which is very shocking to me. But the dead lead did end up paying off then at least. We're both super low, but it's just a question of, can I actually finish them off? And they don't have a block meter, and I do, even though it won't really probably come into play. Yeah, there's even the shark when we ask for it. But I doubt I'm going to be able to do a whole lot. I could have almost done that too. Zombot put in a tombstone environment and have the guard that pulls all the guards back to their tombstones. People will instantly quit when they see that. Zombot put in a tombstone environment. Fuck. Yeah, because the effect will trigger every time that you do that too. Every time it comes back out of the tombstone. Okay, this is going quite badly here, but nothing I can really do. I mean, I have to put in the time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but there's nothing I can do. Or I should make a point to try to make another deck, actually, the way... Good time. I should try to make some other shit, but basically, my collection is limited to the point where I have to just deal with it, but I'll still try to, I guess. I just don't feel like doing it right now. We play on the board, and I usually lose when I have to play this kind of style. He's only rank 17, but I've been getting beat by some of these lower rank players too. Some of this is just sort of bad luck too. Yeah, we want to get to rank 35. I can't even get to rank 34, it seems like, at this rate. Like, there is no easy moment with this. Like, oh, you know, one day I just play and get like 5 ranks. Like, it's just not going to happen like that. It's going to take forever no matter what I do. +1/+1 trick is played. Alright, so you'll buff both of those. Maybe I should have tried to block that. I don't know why I'm playing so aggressively. They need to allow that. I wish I could give gems out. I'd give the 5k Jess. Oh, I wouldn't even take it though, because I feel like that's cheating. But yeah, they should get back to the trading card game aspect, that you should be able to trade cards and stuff with other players in a lot of these games, like Hearthstone and stuff too. But no, they want to sell you microtransactions, so of course they won't do that. Because yeah, if I really wanted to, I could craft stuff and then I would probably, you know, do a lot better for it. But I could at least make one really good top tier deck. He doesn't actually have team up, which is a little weird. The zombie hurts this move. The zombie to the left. Really not a bad value card for 1 cost. I guess I always underestimate that. So why exactly am I leaving this around and ignoring the 5/5? I don't know why, because I guess I'll get saved by the block meter, but I'm not treating that you know, severely enough. But see, their hand is already burnt out, so I've already won if I can just last this out a little bit. Now, why wouldn't you do that to Starch Lord when he's the higher priority target? You stupid bot player. Okay, I'll even do that. And I'll try to do this here. Hopefully they won't have an answer for it. Or... yeah, I got one of those too for free, even though it's an event card and I didn't buy it. The way I have bought for some of the stupid 500 gems I've wasted on a number of them. That's like 30 plus packs I could have gotten instead for that. So I don't have the ability to actually do anything when it comes to... I don't have the ability to have team up at all here. The only danger is this, and I can't seem to really figure it out. The trick is played, moves to a random lane. Could do this with this as well here. Okay, you'll get rid of 7/7. That's to be expected. Nothing can stick around for more than 1 turn anymore, I guess, in this whole game. We're in a very strong dominating position here because, again, they're just probably not good enough. They're only a measly rank 17. I'm practically doubling them up, which would make you question, why is this matchup even happening? But, you know, it's the same problem we end up having. He's still dead. That didn't even save it. Learn to do math, you dumb kid. Either it's the little kid playing before they go to bed for the weekend, or it's a bot. Either way, they're a clown. Okay. I like when they just disconnect at the beginning before the game even starts. Those are the majority of my wins, probably. Just kind of go from a win streak abuser to a disconnect abuser. So that'll be the Yeti I have to do. If I lose, Wall Knight's put together a couple good streaks, but generally speaking, I'm not too happy with it because it's not the kind of style of play that I really trust at the highest level, which is what we're gonna have to deal with here. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a very good 2-cost play, but I kind of just kept that. I didn't even keep it. I got it from the mulligan. These are the kind of turns that kill you. Or I would have liked it if he had played a gravestone. Yeah, this is not a very good card, but it's better than nothing. This is such a good, this is like a, you know, somebody who's good at openings but not end games kind of thing, like in chess, with respect to tier 1 potato mine, or turn 1 potato mine. I'm gonna go get a bite to eat. You all be good, might see you on. Okay, see you later. Hop on PvZ Heroes myself. Maybe I'll meet him on the ladder. And you might think, oh, it couldn't be because he's ranked 45, like he said. But actually, that's exactly what could happen then. Okay, this is fine. You just got to put together some sort of win streak here. Alright, I do love the little disco nut, which is really what it should be called. This almost doesn't seem right. It's a little premature, but I'll still do it. Yeah, that's fine. This guy can be really annoying. Like, this is too generic of a name for as much flavor as this game has. Mad Chemist is just like, yeah, we get that it's a Mad Chemist, but like, give me some flavor, dude. Some punny sort of stuff. I feel, yeah, even like Mirror Nut, is that really a good thing? When it looks like a disco ball, or it could be something else even that they call it, but that's too literal. Like, it's just telling me what it is. What is this? Oh, it's a peanut. Like, we know it's a fucking peanut, dude. Like, give me something, you know, a little creative. What's the flavor text? Mom was a pea shooter, dad was a nut. Everyone said it wouldn't work, but they were wrong. Oh, they're actually trying to explain it biologically, like if a peanut and a whatever pea shooter and a nut fall in love and have kids, that's what you get. So here is fine, here is fine. We could do the Loco Coco actually. Make one. It's just kind of overrated a little bit, but this is my ace late game play that I have in the whole game. Like, it's the only kind of good, you know, high cost card I have with the stupid ass Wall Knight. So I will do a lot of damage just with the Mirror Nut itself. That's actually where the majority of my damage is going to come from, right? To try to potentially kill them. Oh wow, I don't think I've ever seen that effect actually achieved in like my whole time playing the game. Bro, I'm getting like trolled by the universe of this game right now. Like, we're seeing interactions that we've never seen before. Everything is going like perfectly for them. Like, come on, man. I'm even laying it out like, oh, there's no imagine losing to a lawnmower when you're flying up in the fucking sky. Alright, get rid of this clown. Okay, we're still in a good spot, but let's see what happens. Oh, I'm not very good at math right now, apparently. Or you never know with the block meter what's gonna happen. Right, so it's not even up to you. You can't calculate lethal in this game. That's the thing. It's not about, oh, whether you calculate it well or not or make the best play. There's no way to know, because you could get 1 tick with the block meter, you could get 3 ticks with the block meter, you could get, you know, 1 with one thing, 3 with another. Like, it's so random and stupid that there is no actual rhyme or reason. I'll actually keep that because it's a pretty good thing to have Stars Lord, who totally deserves to be a legendary. Those are 2 cards with this deck that deserve to be a legendary. The Mirror Nut and the Star Lord both, because they have that kind of impact on the game that they can single-handedly win it for you if you feel like, you know. So this is a waste of a turn. You might question why I did that, but I would have hoped I would have gotten something else. You can trade into there, which is a little weird. but it's okay. That one game I won with that effect was utterly ridiculous. Like, they have a full board, I'm clearly gonna lose, and then the cactus is 1 damage bullseye kills them when they're about to be saved by the block meter too. So I had no notion I was actually gonna win. But even I didn't realize it, but just by not conceding, it happened by sheer accident. Because I'd forgotten that that does damage to the face too. I knew it was bullseye, but I thought it only hit stuff on the board somehow. How did he know the plants were coming? Because forearmed is forewarned. What does that even mean? Seems like it's just supposed to be a word pun, but it's not even really consistent. Alright, so we can't really deal with the con man ever because he keeps destroying whatever I put there. So you could try to do this, you could try to do this. I kind of just want to do Storage Flood and let him meme the shit out of this guy. They have literal copy pastas written about this guy that somebody shared with me earlier in the thing. So that I could just ignore probably for most of the game. It's not the sort of thing that even hurts me if it dies, because everything I have has more health than that anyway. This dude is going to be like the patches of this game where everybody uses them and he gets in way too much damage. And there's nothing I can do about it. I might have to do this almost a little early because he's just getting in way too much damage. And everything I have is doing too little damage to actually deal with this. You might just have to do this and do this. Or, you know, I think I always forget that that's... Wait. What do you mean, though, in an environment? Is that a bug? It's not meant to be in a height. Wait, why did that get a buff? I was even going to say that. I thought it didn't apply to environments, but... Well, the strike through would certainly kill me. Okay. This is the problem now. I was on a little mini win streak, and now we lose it right back again. This is just a... Maybe it's just a bad time to play. Like Friday night, everybody's tryharding, and it's more active, whereas sometimes in the morning I do better. But again, that's like some superstitious weird thing that I'm trying to come up with to justify why I'm doing badly, but... I mean, I just did it yesterday where I got 2 ranks. It just took a very long time. Little crazy cat lady can be very good at times, but... Okay. You arguably should wait and make sure you guarantee that you get that, but I'm kind of too impatient. I like to just do stuff as soon as I have it. Red Keep. That sounds like the name of a either a town in an RPG game, or it sounds like possibly a fucking name of an RPG itself. Can't be heard, but it wasn't gonna be heard anyway. Or I guess I would have tried to have done that. Wish that would still work because it's not being heard. Look at that fucking scream, dude. You're not really getting any value from the Podfather right away. -1, -1. I guess because the crazy cat lady will at least stay alive, and then the quick P is kind of doing a little bit too much here. And this is fine. This is very fortuitous that I can do that. And that's unfortunate. I feel like I almost never have even played this card, so I question why it's even in there. It seems like a cute little way to be a finisher at times if you get something big out there and, you know, just finish them off with a good frenzy, but there's no guarantee that you're ever going to get it. You know, will they have an answer for it? Probably, so I should have just done that. But it would be a good frenzy way to deal with that. Or I forget if it works in this situation. It won't even do it because it'll die before he gets the chance, so it won't even do the frenzy. So now that could still be worth it. This is not that big of a deal. Shuffle 2 beanstalks. I mean, I put in a little bit too much effort trying to get rid of this stupid click piece, so maybe I shouldn't even bother. Yeah, if this stays alive for a turn, and then I could do it. Right, that would still be a trade. Click P is virtually fucking invincible, dude. Okay, so the goal is once again get to rank 35, which I don't think I can do at all today, but... yeah, you got +2/+2 on heights. There's nothing I can really do about it either. Save that for a bit later. I'm pretty much dead though anyway. I don't like this. That's a random plan. Hopefully something consequential. Okay. Yeah, that's really what I needed to save my dumb ass here. They could flip everything back, assuming they summon something else consequential on there, but they didn't do it. Does a 3 bonus attack. I'm dead. A card that I often make fun of even having in there myself, where it's just not very good, but occasionally you'll get a good win with it. Okay, back to square one. I'm just not even really enjoying this sometimes, but I don't know. So this is the little ice green shadow deck. Let's try it. I mean, there's no other way to do this, so I'll try to build something maybe a little different, but that's just like a placebo effect. It's not really relevant. Right, it's not about that. Like, it's going to be missing something no matter what. Now we're going to get bugged out, but it doesn't matter because at least we're at rank 33. I mean, it's just the sort of thing that shows a lack of respect for time. Like, if I did this 10 hours a day, I could probably do it, but just like I say in chess a lot of the time, okay, that's at least a very synergistic hand, even though, you know, 15 of the cards in this deck are to do with ice, so it shouldn't be that big of a surprise, really. That's okay, actually, because I will buff it guaranteed, so... Now, we really would have rather not had to do it like that, but... 3/3, and we can make it a 5/5 on demand anytime I want. Okay, dude, okay. I mean, that is still pretty good. Like, look at what I got in return. It's not always going to be like that, but... quite the level of commitment to get rid of this guy, so he gets very frustrating after a while. The freeze doesn't really serve much of an effect there, though, because, you know, why even bother doing it? It's better for something bigger that's going to stay alive. Find somebody who protects you the way this guy protects the con man, because I just can't fucking do anything. steal a little block meter will freeze both of them, so at least this serves a decent purpose. It won't be quite right, but see, I'll end up getting saved by that. Something very thematic to what I'm using too. The kind of card that I would have in here anyway if this was actually a good deck. So I can freeze them both again and save it for then. But I guess maybe I'll just freeze one of them. Oh, here we go. That's everybody's favorite card, although I haven't seen it in a while. It does reset their buffs and everything, though, so at least that's good. Yeah, even with the help of this, it's just not quite good enough. Is it gonna have 4 attack or more? They're gonna bounce it. It's still not gonna kill me though. By itself, but this will. Not the first time I've lost to a fucking pogo zombie clown, like in one of those stupid roof mini games or roof levels in the PvZ hard mode, where I get clowned by it. So we got smash, I guess. We're sort of all out of sync now with the order because I liked getting those 3 aggro decks in a row, so I don't even know where I'm at with it right now. So this isn't going anywhere. I had won like maybe 2 in a row at one point, but that was about it. This is very strange. I'm just not getting really any luck with this, so the time commitment is going to be a bit too much here. I don't get the feeling that I can't do it. I get the feeling that I won't do it though. Somehow actually this seems better to do first. This will get absorbed by whatever whatever you take to the face, but whatever, we'll do that, even though I like to do it more so reactively to whatever they've already put out there. You know, this could be a matchup where I play into their hands because I'm going to be... Well, they kind of play into my hands, though, too. Because they're going to be so slow that they'll give me a chance to play all my big stuff, too. I'm playing this way and move it here, so like what would I want it to do? Move it here to block, or even that's sort of a little synergy too. The fact that it's like move it here and then that'll get buffed by force from that, assuming that it's still strong enough to trade in. But they're already down to, that would actually be pretty good right now. They're already down to the simple fact that... Oh, that counts as like summoning it, just the fact that they sort of upgrade it, but... They're down to 11, but I wouldn't expect that to have much impact anyway. Let's do health and frenzy and all this kind of shit, so maybe it sets up for a good buff here, but it doesn't really because you're not even going to be able to do it yet. So this would at least get through both of those. This will trade in here, assuming they don't have anything else crazy, but Again, the pace of the game is good because this will get out of control. Best possible interaction in the fucking game for that. Not like with the number of stuff out there, but just that card in general. Yeah, I had like some vague little advantage there where like, oh, I got them kind of low to half health in a couple turns, but this isn't even meant to be an aggro deck anyway, so... Okay, this is starting to turn into a big fucking waste of my time, honestly. That's what people would say too. Oh, haha, just use this deck, or everybody uses this deck. Like, it doesn't matter what they use, dude. I gotta use whatever the fuck I have. It'd almost be a super efficient thing here if it wasn't for the... If it wasn't for the strike through, this would actually save me from everything else. Alright, so we got the smash. Now we're gonna go from smash to Bad Moon Rising after we do Solar Flare. Fuck, I kind of dislike what happened to the order of these though, because I was doing it in such a way that it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like the right ones in the right order, where it would be like Solar Flare, then Infinity, then Combustible. So you got your 3 aggro decks in a row. Now it's out of order because it's Solar Flare, then it'll be Super Brains, then it'll be Combustible, then it'll be Infinity. So I guess it's sort of the same, similar, but so between these next 4 heroes, you have a good chance to go on a good streak, aside from probably Super Brains, who's just been fucking dog shit most of the time. You have a 1 and a 3 and a 4. I really don't like some of these mulligans that I've been getting. It makes it seem like I have a top-heavy, expensive deck a lot of the time, but I really don't have any of those, especially not with somebody like this. Right, so the likelihood of getting high-cost cards with this deck is extremely low because I don't have hardly any of them in there. Let's go full aggro, full face. You shouldn't have to worry about anything else. Okay, that's a very slow play, so I'm not worried about it. Is that really something you want to do? And then you don't even play it back right away. I don't care about the damage I'm taking at all. It's all about the ability to rush them down first. Again, if it comes down to that, I'll gladly lose for that reason alone, because it just feels like everything is a little different the last couple days. Right, we're still playing similar ranked matchups, but they're just getting everything. Like, we're not seeing them really have a bad game. Everything is like always going the way they want it to. They're getting like all the interactions that they need. So I'm not really doing a very good amount of damage here anyway. It would probably be worth it to do this. And I don't really have much else to do anyway. I love how it debuffs them first before it kills them. It makes him a 4/4. And then he dies. Yeah, that environment is definitely very good for him. I won't even get the block meter. Maybe I should do this to him. We will get the value from this. In fact, it makes me not even want to do that, but I guess I will. Oh my god. Put it on the ground, make a hot lava here. Freeze them so you will get through with the frenzy and bullseye and everything. So I pretty much should be dead, or maybe not, because especially not now. But no, those environments are a little bit nasty, but the pace of this game was weird because he out-aggroed me like crazy, where I wasn't able to do anything. So this won't even get the frenzy bonus. That will be pretty nasty here. If I do that, you will that was at least good enough to try to survive, but of course not. Maybe Friday night is just that competitive of a time to play, but again, even the matchmaking wouldn't necessarily indicate this. I don't know what to tell you. Like low ranks, high ranks, we're just getting destroyed by everybody, so. Or again, we're not beating them consistently, so it doesn't matter. Right, this is where just the win percentage comes into play. That, yeah, that's what we need, but I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe Super Brains is just a bad matchup for them, or maybe, I don't know. 2006, the average age of the person who plays this game, even that's too old actually though, or the average date of birth of the person who plays this game, you'd still be like 18. Imagine being 18 plus and playing this fucking game. Says me. Yeah, that's clearly going to be the beginning of a beautiful streak, even though I can't fucking win like a single game right now. So the whole goal of this is to get Badman Rising, which I haven't gotten like once in the last 20 games that I played. So clearly this just isn't working. I don't get it. Like, do I not have it in there or something? Because like, it's one thing if I don't get a chance to play it or it's not the optimal use, but I never even get it in my fucking hand. I could put a third one in there. You know, seemingly I got a third one for no reason because I never have it. I never use it, but just because I waited so long to get it, I figured I may as well make it count. So 2, 2, 3, 1. Alucard fan over here, but that's not necessarily to do with Symphony of the Night the way that I think of. It could be to do with whatever, some other anime and shit that people talk about. So here we are just trying to play for the board and trying to play for Badman Rising, which I'm not going to get it. I guarantee you I'm just not going to get it. You should play that for like, save that for like a more optimal time where you could potentially get lethal when they don't expect it or something like that, right? You shouldn't just do it unless you have no other play. You have the little gravestone shit that you could do along. The problem is you can't do it along with something because you would do it more like you'd have to do it after. So that's the one disadvantage with zombies. You could never play an environment and then play something on it the same turn. You would expect to have to, you know, deal with it, let that die, then play something there next turn. Whereas the plants can obviously do it all at the same time. So if we got Badman Rising, I would almost be able to play it very well here, but it's just not going to happen the way it seems. Yeah, that could be very annoying for sure. But I don't really even care too much about the healing, as long as we, we could even do that as we get out of control here. This will be very good, but it won't be able to deal with that. The fact that we have two of them is kind of cute. So it makes for a very good potential turn for this, because they're gonna have so much out there that that's more than a fucking mustache, dude. That's the whole fucking beard. So now this would be presenting almost lethal. And so whatever you do, what if I just don't do anything and I flip everything back? But you would expect, oh, you're gonna do something cute, but all this shit is gonna go out the window, and even if it's good, well, that's too bad though. That's too bad. It would have been cute, and it's still worth it, because you might be like, oh, now you're giving him that effect again, but at least it's gonna take him a long time to play it. Or what happened? Wait. Looks like his hand just bugged out, so we're gonna win to a bug. Like, what would cause that to just not go back into his hand? Yes, of course, and now we'll win because of RNG shit too. Because we get something like that. Or no, he has so many cards that it doesn't even show up. Like, that's one card over the max or whatever. Luis is going to take him some time to build up his board back again like that. And if we do that at that point, it'd be good, but I have to put a certain amount of pressure out here. Right, like he would never expect me to have that, but go ahead, buff the shit out of it. I'll still do it. Actually, not a bad spot though, still to be in. If they didn't get a chance to buff that, that one's gone. So now we only have one thing to worry about. So we save this for when they absolutely need it. When they, are on their last leg here. I still want to save the thing. The block meter. Oh, okay. The block meter thing. Okay, it might still not really be worth it yet, even though I want to do it. They have a lot. They have that stupid corn thing coming. They only have one real aggressive thing out there for now, so it doesn't matter. Can you actually go over your own environments too if you want to? I've never really tried to do that. Okay, this I haven't really had occasion to do yet. Alright, now it might be worth doing, or I'm kind of waiting for them to still do the big thing here. If I can just stall it out as much as possible, it might actually seem worth it, because okay, that would be good, and the reason why is because gonna keep that around. We're just gonna sort of slow pace them. Imagine having this card in your deck though normally. Okay, now it would seem worth it. Now it would definitely seem worth it. But they still have that stupid other thing. The whatever, the kernel corn, cornucopia, whatever the fuck it was. It's not cornucopia. Destroy all plants, and if this was presenting lethal damage, that would be very good, but of course it's the fact that I'm going to lose even despite that. Because the fact that they have 14 brains is going to be just way too much. But yeah, that's the highest damage value you can do. Like that would do 18 damage. Like, how does that even make sense? Right, assuming you don't have anything in there. Like, yeah, I never really thought about how crazy that is compared to everything else. Like, I even say that about Grass Knuckles. Does 2 damage in each lane. Wow, that's 6 damage. Like, that's way more than what you're typically used to. Like, what is even the point in playing a ranked match at that fucking stage? I'm gonna get farmed by all these rank 50s who are just showing off. Right, even on the ladder, just like, it's one thing to do it like he does to me in a friend duel, but you're on the ladder, you're playing against people who are trying to get to rank 50, and you have nothing to really play for, presumably, unless there is like some legend rank 1 type equivalent. Okay, let's go a little further. So I kind of kept my promise yesterday with what I was trying to do. Or is it gonna crash now? What happened here? Even the game, even the fucking stream wants me to sabotage me and stop. Okay, come on. So we got Combustible. Who did I just play as? I played as Madman Rising over there. That's literally his name. He's not Super Brains. He's Madman Rising. That's the only fucking thing I care about him with. But no, it's simply a race against the clock. Like, it is going to be mathematically, factually, objectively impossible for me to do this. Right? I just simply do not have time now. I was trying to hope I could yeet your pie Sharon. Sounds like there must be a real life story behind that. The stupid black-eyed pea thing. Right, which often isn't even all that great value, but it's okay. You do both of these together here. Just don't play stuff on the board at all and I'll be fine. Or trying to out aggro me, which is never gonna happen for you. Yeah, this is like one of those rare games without summoning sickness either. Like where you play something and it can attack immediately the same turn. So this seems like an easy win, but also we've had about 1 million of those that seem like that and it just never happens. Like, look what an amazing aggressive start we've gotten. Which means I'm immediately gonna fucking lose right now. Like, this would be kind of useless. This would be kind of good. Let's do it to the lowest priority target here. Right, that he wouldn't give a shit about otherwise. And so now they're gonna have an AoE to clearly perfectly deal with this, and I'm gonna get hard countered the whole time. Wait, that's not gonna help you at all, dude. Free zombie there. You're also gonna get that should count as a trick too. The environments. So he's already down to 5. And the reason why is because gain a teleport. That one I don't care too much about. Yeah, now he's gonna solo me with the fucking brain thing. So depending on the block meter situation, and maybe I'm getting lazy. Whenever I'm winning, I stop trying to like think as hard. Okay. Now, none of that necessarily will save you, but it probably will somehow. And you still have some brains even left over after that. Wait, zombie, when it's time for tricks. As if doing Badman Rising wasn't enough. Let's do even more. Fuck it. That at least makes me trade into there. Bro, can you just let me have it fucking one game, dude? Okay, so clearly if I didn't win right there and had such a good start, they would have absolutely fucking rolled me over with the value that they're getting. So again, I don't expect to have a 5-game win streak, but even if I have a 4 and then I lose one and then I have a 2, this is exactly the kind of deck where you can do that because it's so unexpectedly good or so fast that you can't deal with that. Right, sometimes it's just too much for even good decks to deal with. In fact, maybe it has a worse record against lower rated players because they're not trying to deal with it, but they just have more hodgepodge stuff. Whereas good decks might not be expecting it or might not be tuned to really deal with it. So it's more so by like happenstance and accident that you end up doing that. Okay, that's fine. It might be worth it actually if you're gonna do it like this. Keep this around and then we hit him for 5 and then we buff it up even further. But that's kind of a worthy commitment. And then you're able to miss out on the leafy synergy, so I don't really care about that. Maybe like a 1 cost. You could do this and do this. I almost wouldn't mind doing it the other way, but assume like maybe it'll get absorbed by the block meter anyway, so yeah, clearly this is a top tier deck. That's how you know. The problem with this is my hand is sort of burnt out, but, and in fact that's especially not something I want right now. And I won't get the leafy synergy, but it's okay. Right, the only thing you care about is just getting a little bit more damage in. The berry blast could be a little finisher. -3 is still alive. Alright, this could make it a 5. And the problem is, again, the block meter is going to get in the way here. This plus that could potentially kill him, but it's not going to, is the problem. Right, he's gonna get saved by the block meter, and that's pretty much all there is to it, man. It could have been that he wouldn't be saved by it. It could have been, but like if I didn't do that, what was my other option though? He's gonna obviously have a way to deal with that, so the Grapes of Wrath thing here isn't gonna do anything. He signs on me does a bonus attack. Okay, so I'm dead. Little dinky 1/1 mushroom. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Wow. Okay, dude. Guess I'm playing a little differently than maybe I typically do. I don't know. I'm certainly doing a lot better in some of these sessions, but again, either way, you're not winning consistently enough to do this, so. It's gonna be really tough. So 1, 4, 5. Okay, so you got a 1, 2, 2. Again, I always do this, which you might question, especially they'll have the little 2 damage thing, yeah, but I don't feel like I can wait. Right, it's too slow of a play, and you gotta play fast with this, so. It's gotta go full, fast-paced, ADHD style, just like the kind of kid that would be the perfect market audience for this kind of game that's meant to be, you know, for little kids anyway. Moves to a random lane. Feel the block meter, do as much as possible. Don't even worry about the stupid 4-1. Right, it's just not going to bother me. Stealing it at this stage doesn't really matter too much. It might just delay the inevitable a little bit, but it's meant as like a better kind of cute finisher play. I don't know, just prioritize the left side. There's no deeper meaning to it than that. Bro is literally me with this apricot. Like, nobody would ever use this shit if you had a choice, but... unpredictable. Some say the zombies aren't easily shocked. I beg to differ. Okay, we could hit you for 4 here, which would be beautiful. And if not, you get the block meter. See, it's just unpredictable with that. That might be what it comes down to, especially if you have a zombie half their health. The 4 could be very annoying. Well, either one of those would be posing lethal, so all you have to do is either like relying on the block meter to save them, which it probably still will, but in case it doesn't, this should finish you off right there. And I think it will. Even this comes down to the wire in such a way. Even when I do win, it's a shocker. It's so tight. You gotta get a couple disconnect wins, or, you know, just like super easy wins in here somewhere. I'll settle for 34 if I'm just able to do it, because I'm so tired. I won't say this isn't so fun, but it's just annoying. Like, this isn't what I was expecting. You have a 1, 2, and a 4. Okay, that's always a beautiful way to start. In fact, my win ratio probably goes up substantially whenever I start with this. Right, because you can get in 4 quick damage just easy like that. Typically, whatever I'm getting from the pumpkin is really good, too. Or even the trade isn't bad, but I don't really want it. Right, like it ends up helping me more than it helps them. Just zerg their bitch ass down. That's the only chance I have. And then after this one, you get to do combustible now, I think. That seems pretty cute. The Kongi zombie we can save for a little bit later. That 1 damage can sometimes be impactful. Like, it just kind of won me the last game to pop their stupid block meter. One of those cards that rewards you for losing the game. Like, you know, what am I supposed to do with that? Oh, I'll play around it by just not summoning anything. Like, it's so stupid. I don't really care. I guess I'll just ignore it and do this, even if I don't get any benefit there. But if you kill one of these, okay, fine. You know, I'm not really all that confident there. I'm not even sure that I'm gonna win. They are rank 34, so sometimes they overestimate it. Like, oh, look at me with all these legendaries and this and that, even though there's no real synergy or other value to it. Rank 28. 2, 1, don't want the 5, don't want that. This guy can be really good too, but I often just don't get him. You should always play it later when you get way more shit out there. Like, I can do this, then this, then this, and they'll all be buffing each other up. Yeah, that's a very, very strong effect. Disco Knot almost sounds like a game. Disco Elysium Part 2. Okay, go here, go here. For some reason, I feel like doing it in such a way that, you know, I'm not playing on the left, because it maybe seems too obvious that they would expect that, so then they'll be thrown off. but they can always react. Alright, so the bullseye's out the window. But these things can get certainly out of hand if you are doing this here. Right, now you got a 4-4, 3-3, so even a really good deck might have trouble dealing with this because they're just too much too early. These guys get out of hand way too quick. Deal 3 damage, which still won't even kill it. Deal 1, that's unfortunate. Or that was probably pretty well calculated, actually. Okay, we got this thing for next turn too. We could hide something in a gravestone, and what would that even allow me to do? It wouldn't allow me to kill anything any differently, like... Or it would, because... the next turn that'll get buffed, so then it won't die. If I had done that one, that was gonna die anyway, so... Or no, it won't, because... It won't because it's in the gravestone, so it will actually die. Why do I have the shitty one that does fucking 2 damage for the same thing, basically? That's just pure power creep. It's the same exact thing. One costs mine that does 2 versus one that does 3. Okay, he might just be AFK and fucking gonna disconnect like everybody else that I ever beat. Alright, that's fine. You'll still hit it. Or, yeah. You'll still have like 1 HP. So he hits you for 5, hits you for 6. Or, yeah, obviously putting that in the gravestone is dumb too because you're not realizing that. Or you'll pop the stupid ass block meter. So yeah, these afterlives of the party, unlife of the party is really good. I mean, look at that, dude. He's gonna pose you lethal on his own. I'll pop this dude, I'll hit this dude. Should be very hard. Okay, fine. Now in before they make an epic miraculous comeback because there's nothing you can do. Right, even as good as this seemed to go, it's not going to be enough. If I don't finish them off very soon, it's going to spell trouble. This music sounds so different than normal. Even Ice Block in Hearthstone isn't that good because it doesn't prevent all damage to you. It just means that you're able to basically prevent the lethal damage, so you can still get them to 1. Here, it just completely prevents everything. They're totally gonna win still. Like, this is how it's been going. It seems like they have no chance, even when everything goes well for me, but... Heal for 2, I could hit you for 5 there. So you're down to 4. No block meter cheese. This could be good. You need like 1 solid substantial hit in here. I would like to do this, but this would also present direct lethal, so I'm almost obligated to do it. Even as dumb as it seems, because like you have triple lethal in 3 different lanes, right? If this gets through, if this gets through, if this gets through, this will even have strike through. So it seems mathematically impossible for them to survive, but... Okay, so now you have to summon 2 things. Okay, good. That's 3 in a row. Let me get like a concession before it even plays the next game, and then it's very hard to win 5 in a row, though. Which again, I don't necessarily even have to do, but I would like to. I'll settle for 34. Like, I'm done, dude. I can just see I'm not going to do it at this pace at all. Like, I can't. Rank 49, so we're going to take great pleasure in denying him rank 50. Again, I can totally do it too. You might think, oh, I can't beat a rank 49. I've beaten a rank 50 multiple times. In terms of the... you know, whatever. Even if it's friendial, it effectively counts for the same thing. It's not like they're really letting me win or something. I could hit you with that if I really want to. No, they're both within striking distance of that. I don't care about too much how much damage I'm taking. That's okay. This could come in handy later. This isn't going at the aggro pace that you really need it to, though. Bullseye damage is not exactly what I was expecting. You know, it's good, but it's not really that good. Or even here, this might be worth it because they summoned something else. Okay. You may as well just do it because nothing is happening anyway. They're almost burnt out of cards, but the board situation isn't quite what I wanted now. So have the overshoot and you'll have whatever that is, which thankfully I can at least play. Do 2 damage to the plant or plant hero. Do a random plant or plant hero. Okay, maybe I was a little bit too cocky with that. That could save my dumbass. Like I was trying to be a little too aggressive, where, you know, perhaps I should not have been. Doesn't mean I couldn't still come back, but I think it's very unlikely. Do your little stupid grass knuckles, 2 damage to the middle, bonus attack. Okay. Not really a surprise, but the pace of that one was kind of crazy. And now from here you have Wall Knight. Okay, get rid of this. You got a 2 and a 3. I'll settle for it. Like how it lets you end your turn before that fucking animation's even over. So I actually want to put this somewhere else though, because I'm assuming that'll protect me here. And of course, so many of these decks are not playing minions early on, which generally in terms of the pace should favor me, especially with an aggro deck like what I've been using with other ones, but it's just weird. We'll put strike through there. Sometimes you will get like a 0 cost from that, or that's maybe more so for the mushroom, but so I forget if the height really works for this too, but it was actually working. It's turn 5 and they still haven't played a fucking thing. A single minion, but they still keep getting away with it. We got bullseye, we got strike through. I mean, it could not be any more extreme than this in terms of the damage that you're getting in here, but it is not going to matter too much. Okay, so I very likely could maybe try to do this. Or maybe not yet, or maybe I will. 3, 2, and you get okay, this is their epic plate that they've been waiting for their whole life. Everything there will be good. You'll get plenty of value from it. Conjure barrel, straight out of Wind Waker. They're copying the fucking little aesthetic with the skull art. Okay, Deadly is pretty annoying. One of those games, like board-wise, it was pretty good, but it doesn't matter because we don't have a win condition in here at all. For once, I was actually ignoring a minion, even though the point of this deck is to be more aggressive. Or I mean, more defensive. Time is to get Deadly again. Wow, just play around Deadly, even though, you know, like, what can we possibly do about it? So you don't get the value from that. I don't really care too much. I can keep maybe ignoring him for now. Okay, okay, dude. The guy loves Deadly, and some people are just talking about that in my chat. Like, oh, Deadly decks are fun. There's certainly a good level of commitment to it here. Alright, that'll at least let it drag out one more turn. But again, what is the possible win condition here? And the answer is, you know, you would need that walnut bowling type shit, which does do damage to the face for what that's worth. Okay, so I may just officially concede the challenge because if I don't make this progress here today, I don't see how I'm going to catch up. I have to do it all. I'll just stay up all night and just do it. I don't care. This is so fucking stupid. This is clearly the more try-hard time of the month, I guess, but... the environments will come in handy at least for something, but... I don't concede, but it doesn't mean I don't simply give up sometimes just to save time, like... And yeah, this game is BM proof because you can't choose even not to attack. Even if he did want to BM me here, he has to do it. Which that's not really why, but... you know, that stupid ass lane system can be kind of... actually kind of a good thing for the most part. I don't know, I just can't fucking... Let's do the Yeti. I don't know, man. You could just do this forever, and there's just times where you just don't make progress. Eventually I will. That's the thing. It's not like I can't do it. Like, I won't get to 34.5 whatever right now, but I won't get there in time, in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, maybe I should hold this back, but the real solution to that is, even if I do it like on turn 3, but I don't know, I kind of just like doing it and assuming that they don't have a just go ahead and disconnect, man. You should be scared. I'm a rank 33. Look at what I've been through to get here, and you'll go running. But also I've been farmed by lower rated players here because it doesn't really matter that much. I don't get why that's so frequent, but I'm certainly grateful for it. They could just be having legitimate server internet issues, but like, fuck it, dude. I'll take it. Or can I win 3 in a row with the Yeti? And there's pretty much a 0% chance of doing that. Like, I have so many good things in here, but it's in some of these decks, but it doesn't mean that it's good enough or that you're actually gonna win. And this deck is really slow paced, so it's gonna really reward them. Clearly a rank 20 Wall Knight deck is gonna be fucking god level and just roll me over and have all the synergies and best cards ever in the history of the game, just like that, which isn't that much to ask in this game because there are only so many cards, but still. Make a walnut, doesn't really bother me. Block meter is not really relevant. This is a very good value card, but let's actually wait. The plant does damage, but he doesn't even have anything there yet. We're gonna get a good amount of damage in here as usual, right? Well, actually, this isn't even meant to be an aggro deck, but that'd be my best chance of winning, I'm pretty sure. So can we do something with this that would be good? And the answer is probably not. We're already presenting almost lethal 9 damage. Alright, that's sweet. It's a very early desperation type of play. Double the plant's health. It's only gonna hit me for like... It's only gonna hit me for like 12 I mean 2, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I could just afford to do this if they're really gonna rely on that so much for the stupid ass healing. Actually, I won't worry about it, but in before they do some crazy combo with it, because I'm sure that's going to come. Like, look at this board, but they're still gonna somehow... The plant's health. I don't really care about their health as much as the... It should only heal them for 2, so it really doesn't even matter. Yeah, you're still perfect lethal. All that does is line you up for an honorable kill. Okay. On, please, dude. Just 2 more and I'm done. I'm done forever. I won't even fucking play this anymore. I'll be satisfied. Rank 34 will be my rank 50, even though obviously it wouldn't count. Or sometimes, you know, that shows you the absolutist tendency I always have is like, you're never making excuses, because it's like, I could complain about something, I could be frustrated, I could explain sort of the context or the format like behind something that, you know, like why I might fail or struggle. But the reason why a permadeath player like me and sort of a pseudo absolutist never makes excuses is it doesn't matter what I say, right? The reality is, oh, I didn't mean to do that, I misclicked it. Nice game. The reality is that you know, the format is still the format. So an excuse would be like, oh, I lost because of this or whatever, and so therefore it doesn't count and I'm going to override it. Instead of that, what I'm actually saying is it doesn't matter what happens. I might still say it or give context to it, but it'll still count no matter what. So like if I failed, I'd still have to delete my account, everything, right? So that's the point. It's not an excuse because whatever you're doing still counts. So right, if I'm doing a permadeath run and I die, I might say, oh, I only died because of that mechanic, but I still died. It still counts. I still delete the character. The run is still over. So it's not an excuse. Again, an excuse would be like, it doesn't count. You get to restart. You get to try again. I mean, you get to restart. That's how permadeath runs work anyway, but not like at the expense of, oh, that one didn't count. I'm almost playing this more like an aggro deck at times, but or that's totally a dumb thing. I don't know why I did that. Or oh no, I totally knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why it seems like I'm doing better when I'm playing this aggro. Maybe the Yeti isn't meant to be mid-range. You pop a block meter, that thing's gonna fucking ruin me. They're down to 4, so it all comes down to, am I able to actually do this? And the answer is bro. But I wasn't gonna win from that anyway, but that could be the same. One lucky thing deserves another. Okay, here comes precipitation of bad streaks. So we go to green shadow. This is the ice one. But no, I was doing a little better there with the Yeti actually by just fucking playing kind of more aggressively. So I'm not sure whether that's something I should really do or not. So we get this. We don't really get a freeze effect along with it, but it's still a very good value card. Right, if I just get like an ice P or even the one little cost superpower thing. Yeah, like I'd be more than willing to do that, but they're not even summoning anything. But this is looking up very well because this play could be very crushing for them, which they don't seem to even want to play anything. So the perfect way to do it. What else are they going to do? Nothing, so that's kind of a waste actually. Or they're saving it for a trick, which again, this thing can get out of hand very quickly. And again, you're working towards dark matter dragon fruit and stuff, so it doesn't matter about all this ice and stuff. You're doing it to literally slow down the pace of the game, but it doesn't mean that you actually will. I could do the 5 damage in the middle. I could just ignore this for now. I could also I definitely don't want to do that. Again, I'm not even trying to rush them down, but that 5 could be pretty good. That doesn't really matter to me for shit. That play right there tells you you're just not a good player. Like, why are you worried about that when I'm putting so much pressure on the board and everything anyway? So I could freeze something around. You're already down to 6, but you got to get through the block meter here, so... Could freeze something, double something's attack. You have a lot of options here. I'm just sort of overcommitting, but because they're gonna have an answer for this anyway, so I shouldn't have done that. How are you gonna do a bonus attack when you're fucking frozen though? How does that even make sense? Yeah, it doesn't do a bonus attack. But maybe it gets rid of the freeze? Like, I'm not really sure what happened. You're down to 1 HP. I'm not sure if I maybe did something else wrong, but... You know, we got off to an excellent start there, and I'm probably still going to lose with this little 1 HP cheese. But this makes it very difficult for them to even deal with this. Because even if they play a trick now... it'll finish them off. So this is a perfect card to play at this stage in the game. Right, because you can't even do anything. Even if you use a trick to kill it, then it'll still finish you off with it. Bro, hurry up. Okay, we get like a couple quick disconnect wins that we have been farming off a little bit lately, which I don't know exactly why that even happens, but yeah, Green Shadow has been up and down, so it's hard to judge whether this freeze deck is any better than what I was using before. It almost doesn't even seem like it, but that's good. I mean, I'll settle for that, but you still kind of want the ice, some sort of ice power like that. This is actually okay because then I'll freeze it and kill it next turn. Right, so that's kind of how I dealt with it in some previous game too, even though you're still going to do that. What you can do is I can use this as well. Which, I don't know if I actually want to do that or not yet, but deal 3 damage, okay, fine. So based on the way that went, I pretty much lose already. Most fun when a plant enters the lane. You can freeze that, you can kill that. And so again, this is one of those moments like if I can withstand their board, I would win, but I can't because they're just too good. Well, presumably they can't do anything to buff that further because they've sort of filled up their board. But again, the bullseye is going to wreck me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna hard counter the fucking con man trio, but if they have removal for that, I quit the game. I actually quit. I'll actually just give up. Like, I'm still gonna lose. That's the thing about this. I'm still gonna lose, but at least you get a sexy interaction here where I'm down to 1. No, I'm actually dead. But no, at least they didn't have removal for it, so that's fine. But okay, we need this nice little 3-game win streak, and it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, you could literally do this shit forever. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to prove. Just do this all fucking life. You would think just by sheer fluke you would win 5 in a, not even 5 in a row, but I don't know. That's fine. 2, 3, 4. What you can do now is, again, he's only ranked 20. Just please disconnect. So the Cosmic Yeti can be very good in sort of these longer game pace kind of experiences, but this art style of these almost reminds me of, like, I don't know, like one of the Mario and Luigi games. Like, that's what a piranha plant looks like in that. Partners in Time or something. Yeah, I always think of that as a pet because he's dressed like a fucking pet, the stupid ass clown. So here we're doing like a less sophisticated version of what Green Shadow is trying to do. Instead of Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, you have, or it's very similar. Or apparently we do have something we can play. Right, you gotta make sure you don't end your turn too quickly with that because you never know what you're gonna get. Alright, that's not really a very efficient play at all, so I like to see it. We'll get another Cosmic Zombie play, and we even get potentially some buffing concept here. And even you're getting the value of the buffs from the Yeti itself. Okay, -1, -1. It'd be +2, +2, which I almost don't even care about. Right, I'm fine with it for now. The health value I can even rectify a little bit. Like look at the immense value that we're gonna get from this, where, you know, deal 4 damage to zombie here when hurt even. Would that even be worth it? Like, it'll survive that, it'll hit into that, it won't actually kill it though. Or wait, why did that? Oh, I don't know. Well, we're presenting lethal there a number of ways. They're gonna somehow have a way out of it. Alright, so we got the shark, obviously from the cosmic effect itself. You may get the block meter for one of these. You won't get it for all of them. Why couldn't I just win with that sick animation though? Now nothing you get from that should be able to be enough to stop either of these. You know, you get it not only as the block meter thing, but then you get it as like a counterplay that you can do immediately and for free. That's what makes that shit so annoying. But can I win 2 in a row with this? It depends on the matchup. It depends on a lot. That's all it takes, man. 2 more and I'd be fine with it, even though I'm not happy with it because we need to get way farther. So again, it's going to be like the 5th. So I have 8 days, assuming at least, probably more, but you know, more like 10 days. But in 8 days, I have to get 2 ranks a day to get to 50, and I won't obviously be able to do it. I can barely get 1. Like even yesterday was the exception where I did 2 sessions and I somehow got 2 ranks. Rank 12, like I'm getting very easy, favorable matchups too, and I still just can't do it. You got a 2, 3, 4, 4. The Cosmic Yeti can single-handedly win me some of these games if they let them stick around. Alright, that I don't care too much about, so our turn you get +1. If they're gonna try to ramp it out, they can. For some reason, I feel like not always trading in the way that I sometimes do. Hey, this could be pretty good value anyway. Like this would be good. We kill both of them and stay alive. Or it won't necessarily kill anything now, though. You could do the surfboard guy, maybe. Alright, so 3-3, not a big deal. I kind of want to do this, but look at that shit, dude. 7 fucking sun. They're gonna obviously have removal for it up the wazoo. Okay, so what you have is a simple ability to realize that this is kind of not going my way, but it's also okay because it might not take this long, or I'm kind of overcommitting to that. Like, I like to see this because it seems like they're burning through what they have a little bit, but you should probably use this here. And I maybe should have done that the opposite way, but you know this is gonna get destroyed anyway. Okay. They got off to a very favorable ramp start at least, but their hand still seems a little bit dry. And it's very hard to overcome that, but in this case, I actually will get a certain amount in. So board-wise, I'm not too bothered by it. Right, this alone is not that big of a deal, but I guess I'm a little bit low too. You could get some major value from that. From the this potentially. It's not even the 22 health that bothers me, it's the fact that I'm at such a low amount myself. As if that would even matter. If I did that, it would have traded in too favorably for them. And see, here's the limit. Like, this is why you should have Space Cadet. They could just play something with 3 attack there, and I can't do anything about it. So the point is, This one's a loss. I'm losing to like rank 12s and stuff. So something is peculiar about this because, you know, you can't really read into that, I guess, too much. Right, like the rank. Okay. The rank really doesn't matter, man. This is not what you think of for a rank 12. Okay. Gonna be hard stuck here all night, so that's fine with me. We got a nice little aggro deck here that can be very capable of going on a win streak, but it's just not going to. Okay, 1, 3, 6, 5. Also getting screwed on the mulligan quite a bit lately. The giggle emote could be like that. One, you could make a giggle emote of Solar Flare the way she does that. The same as that stupid one on Twitch. I haven't seen too many emotes actually for this game, but I'm sure there are some. When they have all these big communities around, it would fry them up and all these people PvZ tryhard and stuff. Imagine being known as a PvZ streamer, like all the things in the world. And this is the not just PvZ, but PvZ hero streamer too. Okay, -1, -1. You can do this. You can do the sunflower. You just gotta go full aggro. Okay, you're already fucking off to the races here. I mean, that is a pretty crazy. That is a pretty crazy 5-cost card. I mean, very efficient value. Could have done that, but I don't really care. You can play zombies when it's time for tricks. Nice game, dude. Nice game. Like, what am I supposed to do with this, man? What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. Oh, my hand is fucking hurting, cramping up. Gonna get carpal tunnel playing this fucking game. But how? How? What is happening, man? Like, seriously, am I really, like, I'm going against hackers or something? Like, what is this? I'm not questioning that you have 3 of those. I'm questioning that you have 3 of them at once all the time. In the sequence there. Like, what the fuck? This person is certainly lucky that they lasted to this stage in the game, because they evidently don't have anything besides high-cost minions in their deck. Why is that always the one that they get, too? They always get that, and they always get it in the water, too. Okay, Smash, Badman Rising. I'll go through maybe just the 3 more, and then I'm just done forever. So we'll do Badman Rising, Combustible, and Infinity, and then I'm just done. I quit. We're obviously not keeping pace with this at all. Like, I should have started from the beginning of the season, abandoning my schedule, which I didn't think would be necessary or whatever prudent to do. But even on top of that, I still can't do it. And then even further, I don't know what it would take to do this, but this is really just unbelievable to me. And again, the majority of matchups we've had here have not been unfavorable in terms of the rank, at least. Maybe I'm underestimating the fucking environment, but I don't really care about it because All I want is to get Badman Rising itself. And of course, this guy would pair very well with it. But at least I have it in my hand, so now at least I have nothing to complain about. There you're trying to trade in, and probably they don't have an answer for it, or what? They'll have like a bean trick. For some reason, I was able to play this as though it was Amphibious itself, too. One of the best cards in the game because it's just sort of free real estate. 0 mana 3/1 or 0 mana 2/1. Like, what the fuck? And it synergizes with a lot of other things, too, with the bonus shit that you get. Like the fucking thing. The, whatever, that ooze guy. Anything that rewards you for general effects like that. Of how many brains you had this turn, generated this turn. So they're not really doing anything too impressive, but this is kind of the same kind of game that we would still lose to. He has a synergy for that, I guess, but... Okay, 3/4, not the end of the world. I should try to get value from this, but I can't really play on curve too well. You could move this here, and that would have a certain value to it. Or now they're not going to let me, but at least I get good value from that. Oh, you get a legendary from that. These have deadly anyway, so that's fine. Only because of that, though. One of these cards that you would question, why the hell is that in there? Okay, so since we survived the onslaught of whatever this is, now Badman Rising should be doable, or even beyond that. You have the simple ability to realize that that's one less when you play a trick. When played, do a bonus attack. That's kind of one of those overused meta cards that we see way too much. We'd have a 2-thing Badman Rising, which almost doesn't even seem worth it, as much as I complain when I don't get it. But oh no, I won't even be able to do it. Now I have double Badman Rising. Right, but I won't get a chance to actually play it, or maybe I will. Yeah, this card almost seems useless to me, where I never actually get to play it. I mean, I never get especially good value out of it. This thing would be really good. I should just do Badman Rising though anyway. Look at him itching his fucking bum. Actually, fuck it, I'll just do that. Even though it's not the most efficient play, it's like, we may as well just do it. And then only if he... Okay, look at him in top deck mode. You know, we're not even really going to get a chance to play Badman Rising, or it could actually potentially fuck me up. Because these are already so good that... Yeah, bonus attacks maybe don't work when you're frozen, but then it kind of unfreezes you. Like, I don't know what happened with that interaction before necessarily. But that's just a meant to be Badman Rising moment. Even though I had lethal there, I'll do it just for the fun of it. I'll indulge it. Actually, I won't. Just get the fucking lethal and move on. We'll have plenty of chances to see it later. Just in case for some odd reason it fucks something up and I end up losing because of it. Not that what you'd get would be bad, but just, you know, it might drag the game out too much. Mirror matchup. Okay, you certainly don't need 3 of them, and in fact, I shouldn't have really kept that there. Sometimes I don't mind keeping a few high cost cards, but or like 1 high cost card. Makes it seem like a height focused deck, but it's really not. Never lucky with the curve. I guess I just never have 2 cost cards in my deck, so fuck it. Seems like a waste, but I mean, I can't really afford a dead turn like that. And since we miss out on the height synergy, I guess we'll just not do anything. Okay, that guy's gonna be really fucking annoying. And if he's able to protect it for too long, I could be in trouble. Okay, we'll leave that for now. That death rattle was obviously good with respect to... Okay, I already lost. You can already tell. It's just over. The question isn't, oh my goodness, he has 2 of these in his deck. It's the fact that he had 2 of them and started with 2 of them at the beginning of the game and was able to play them both at the beginning of the game like that easily. So I don't understand. You'd have 6 damage here to the face. Oh, what? Okay, I'm not gonna say that people are hacking the game, but I'm pretty much conceding my whole existence here in this game. Like, what am I witnessing right now? What is happening with the game? What is happening? No, like, I'm not even trying to be funny or something. Like, what the fuck was that? I don't care what happens at this stage. Like, what was that? What is the mathematical percentage probability? We need a fucking mathematician on them getting 4 of those in any mathematical equation. What is the possibility? At that stage, that early in the game, everything. Hey, there's no strategy or anything you could plan for that. That actually worked out kind of well, but if only it wasn't 1 damage short, because now I'm still gonna lose. Do I put my faith in Bad Moon Rising, or do I go with Bullseye? I don't know what Bad Moon Rising would have even done. I'm just gonna hope that they can do it here. You have lethal in 3 different ways, and they're gonna deal with all 3 of them because this game is really fun. No, like, some of the interactions we are seeing are absolutely fucking bonkers, dude. Even by doing that, you still would be dead. But you're just not, dude. Should have done Bad Moon Rising, lol, but I don't know what I would have gotten from it. And I'm still not dead myself either, necessarily. Okay, that was the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen in my whole life. They got 4 Captain Cucumbers out there this early in the stage in the game. Like, what the fuck is going on? And they still lost somehow, but I don't really believe it. Okay, the only thing I don't like about this is I'm definitely going to keep Badman Rising because I keep complaining that I don't get it. And even when I get it there, even in like these last 2 games, I haven't been getting a chance to actually win because of it. Like even when I win, it won't be involving that, but then I don't really care as much per se. Of course, some games you can get away with just rushing them down. Like when you play Wall Knight or somebody like that, I should almost play this as aggro. When I play somebody else who's aggro, I should play it defensively. That's kind of maybe the logical razor behind it. So all you're trying to do is basically figure a way to okay, you can do a bonus attack even to get rid of that. That'd be very cute. You're gonna probably have some removal for it, so I don't really care. Alright, that's very good. Hits you for 4, not a big deal. And so all you have to do is get to the point where you can play this shit. You have deadly anyway, so this card is useless to me. The healing doesn't bother me. Again, if I can just build up a good board here, I'm not too upset about it. We'll put that down there for basically something else. Moves out when he gets +1. Not really the best use of that. I don't know why I felt the need to do it. Let's try to get in a little extra damage that may or may not be the difference in the game. We're setting up for Badman Rising. I'm sure they can deal with some of these here, though. We're just trying to be all cute, though. Why are you being so cute about it? Because look at the board that I have, and you would have the balls to ignore it. So I don't even care about what you get it to 100, but like you're actually going to witness Badman Rising right now. With 3 things, which even that I hate to get rid of, but it's okay. It may be that I can just never deal with that, and I'll lose because of it, but I'll be willing to live with it. Yeah, 3 target Badman Rising is good, but they're going to have removal for it anyway. Or they just have infinite healing too, like what the fuck. It doesn't mean that I'll win, but I'm at least happy to see it finally and once in my life. 4, 6, 6, 1, 5, 5. I can't go below 0 health, which is cute, but I don't know whether that's really going to matter. Move zombie does bonus attack. That would include even the fact that it's frenzy too. So that would be incredibly clutch. I mean, you just see the impact that Badman Rising has, and even that's going to be a pretty cute play. Right, because of the simple fact that you know, the little raw thing saves me more than anything, because maybe they would have had some sort of lethal Undying Pharaoh, more like Yami Yugi and fucking whatever in Yu-Gi-Oh! Move a plant. That really is what did it. If I didn't get that, fuck. If I didn't get that, and I might still lose next turn then because of it. Because he is gonna kill that. What does this do again? When destroyed, deal 5 damage to plant hero. Okay, do this, and then whatever I get could potentially save me too, but look what an epic board we have, and in before he still kills me right now, because that's just what he can do. There's nothing I can do. Like, you're gonna heal and do it like that. You have strike through here. Nice game, dude. 10 out of 10. Just really great game. Great game. Nice fucking game, dude. I will do it 2 more, and then I'm just actually officially done with the series. I won't even continue. Like, I'm done. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can't beat rank 10s or anything. Like, I just cannot consistently do it. Can't even get a fucking decent mulligan with an aggro deck. Like, what is this, dude? The game is actually sabotaging me to get me to try to buy real money transactions or some shit. So we'll do combustible and infinity, and then I'm done. Yeah, this is too bad. If I don't get a 2-cost card the next turn, I'm in trouble because you have to play with a little bit of pace here. You got to win 3 in a row or whatever, some denomination of 2 in a row, then lose 1, then 2 in a row would work, something like that. We're getting low rank matchups. We're getting rank 11, and I still can't beat them. Oh yeah, all I need to do is focus a little bit here, but I'm not getting kind of anything that I can use here. Again, this is, you may very well forget kind of what these decks are, but this is an aggro deck, and it does have mostly low-cost cards in there, but apparently it doesn't. When I actually need them, it doesn't. Yeah, now you give me that shit. So now you have, okay, this one's a loss, so we'll just go straight to infinity, and then I'm done. And it was a good run, it was a good effort, but you know, I'll still do it till the end of the time, but I don't think I can see it happening. I can't get 1 rank in a day. Like, what am I supposed to do mathematically? I'm supposed to do a 24-hour stream for the next 10 days, and then I could do it. The bonus attack, I'll just do it anyway, even though my position doesn't justify it. Just because I am so far behind in damage and stuff too. Yeah, I'm obviously not going to win this one, but they're going to make it take like an hour. You'll trade that in, you'll do a little bit of damage to that. Party Time, a lot of people like as a card, which is not really that good, but I mean, any 1-mana 2/2 I like. Okay, that's at least a decent recovery play. The problem is, we're not trying to recover and last out. We're trying to actually win in terms of, you know, rushing them down, which just isn't going to happen. I mean, if I don't get a turn 1 or turn 2 play here, it can be very tough. That's why even getting that one thing is so good. The Infinity Clone on turn 1 as your first starting superpower is so good, usually. Bro. Yeah, on the off chance that they'll do. So this is a rank 11. Like, I've beaten literal fucking rank 40s plus with this, maybe even 50s on that. Like friends list and stuff. but I can't beat a rank 11. Like, the ranks are so meaningless in this game. Yeah, just please disconnect, dude. It'll still count if they do. Yeah, if only I saved that plant does a bonus attack thing here. Maybe I would have actually been able to do it if they let me do this. Gotta lag switch these people out. Bro is just flexing at this point when he's already rank 50. Bro, if I had actually saved that shit. Because they might not have been able to do anything here. Or even if they had been able to, it'd be like... I don't know, what would have happened? Okay. No, I wouldn't have been able to win then because of it anyway. Let me go ahead and do infinity here. What do we have? 1 star. Okay. No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the amount of time that this would have potentially taken to do, because it seems like virtually forever. And it just doesn't make sense because... I don't know what happens at rank 40, like maybe you stop getting ranks of other kinds and stuff too, but... Or you start getting knocked out even of the rank that you're at, which in that case I could accept my defeat right now. But I don't know it, and I won't find out till I get there. Trying to rush his dumbass down. The one problem that we run into with doing that is the simple fact that you have, you know, that can get out of control, but it doesn't really matter. Even if it does get out of control, you know, you gotta win before it gets to that point. That's kind of a very moron move, because you might think, oh, you know, 3-3 is a big deal, but realistically, you would have been better off with the Dino Roar thing, so that was actually a dumb play. Maybe it was just more like their desire to play something, period, outweighed that. That would be good because you'd kill one of these and kill that afterwards. Okay, you'll still kill that then. Okay, so that'll do it for today. Yeah, I mean, the math just isn't on my side. That's really all there is to it. I always hate when things come to that extent, like, you know, oh, I could do it if I literally had infinite time, like I say that with chess. Is that really impressive if it's just like, oh, just play 10 hours a day and yeah, you could do it? Like, that's basically what it feels like. Okay, see you tomorrow.